sound. I wanna hear it in stereo. Do what you want, it's the will of the people. Nothing holds you back on that online radio. Ain't no love tonight in this city, and here I thought that we had gone steady. We're all entertainers, nothing ever changes.
Oh, I had him muted. We were muted.
It's okay.
Welcome
it cleanses.
in, everybody. We're here. We're watching TV. We got some John Denver shit going on. I am Keith Pazel. This is my podcast.
Yes, and I am Adam Crocious, the co-host.
The co-host. Of course, we had some technical shit before we got on, but we're getting in.
Well, you're every time I come over here, there's just more and more equipment.
Yeah, I got a
you
board
got a board now. I mean, you got
good.
Cameras. Hey, everyone. I'm still not used to this. I guess I got a mug to the camera. I don't know. Maybe not.
You can. I mean, whatever makes you feel natural. That's
exactly.
what it's all about.
Exactly.
It's all about being.
It's
natural.
relaxed. That's what the show's about, people.
Well, yeah.
Again, that song gets me focused. It cleanses the palate.
It's good. Even for the therapy, it was worth the money for how it makes you feel.
Exactly.
And it's a very unique song. It's our song.
Absolutely, it is. It's a jam. That's our hook.
Yeah. When we have our
when we tour,
Crow, when we have a live podcast.
Yeah, when we're going to great places like Erie, Pennsylvania,
and
man.
then
we got a good following in Erie.
And then this song kicks on, and I throw my arm around you, and I go, Crow, remember when we were? Look what we did, baby.
We've accomplished so much.
Hey, we have 40 subscribers on YouTube.
Hey, man, it's something. It's something. You guys, we'll get a little momentum here. It's going to happen.
What else? We have Twister on. Do you want to go to Twister?
Well, we were watching this John Denver like a PBS special.
It's like dude. I miss the era of when they would shill the box sets on like.
Oh yeah.
You got to watch a whole concert. You just
absolutely.
In between they tried to get you to buy the DVD that was 47 discs for 9 payments of $19.98.
Didn't you say your father always fell prey to that?
Oh, dude, he wanted them so hard.
That would be a good possession.
I used to listen to him. He would call my uncle and just beg him. He would not beg, but he would he needed give me $150 for this ballads of the soul ballads, and he kept calling them soul ballets.
Oh boy.
It was a decent CD though.
Absolutely. I'm not above the CD. I am. I've become the old man that I used to make fun of. If you had 8 tracks when I was like a late teen, early 20s, you were just an old fart.
Square.
Well, that's basically what having a CD is now. And that was like the cutting edge.
My uncle had CDs when it was like a sleeve, like a whole giant. Oh yeah, sleeve.
I remember that. Yeah, it looked like a record. Only it was a CD.
It was like this fucking big.
I remember I went to Disney World in 1981, and they were like, "What's it going to be like to be a teenager in the '90s?" And this teeny bopper girl was like watching, Blondie, like a concert on Blondie on one of those discs.
Yeah.
Blondie was getting a foot in the door into the Disney World. Literally into the Disney World.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong
big
with it.
Disc.
Does she have to? I wonder if when that happens, they have to you can't ever mention that you were in Playboy, because Debbie Harry her boobers were out.
Listen, she was sexy. She was a sexy woman. Very much. She was. The band was called Blondie for a reason. You're gonna watch this because of her. The musicians are competent enough. That was kind of a new wavy punk, very New York arty. It was cool. It was blonde. Early Blondie was good.
You got them trapped in the Twisters here.
Absolutely. I remember this being a real summer blockbuster.
Well, yeah.
Look at what they can do now.
I'm sure. Oh, at the time this was incredible.
Oh, this was cutting edge. It actually still looks okay, I think.
I remember watching it being like, this is so real.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They get excited. Because they're fucking daredevils, man.
Well, this is Jurassic Park gone weather. Yeah, this isn't this is a post-Cold War movie. post-Cold War, pre-September 11th. You know, there was this era of like, okay, we got to go back like Earthquake and Poseidon Adventure and, you know, Towering Inferno, you know, that nature is taking us on.
Pre 9/11.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's pre 9/11, post-Cold War. We had to find different enemies. You know what I mean? Because we had won the Cold War. There wasn't a clear enemy.
It's gotta be weather.
Yeah, or it's going to be some sort of volcano or something like that's going to happen. You know, it's like there was a big.
Crow,
that's what it was. So.
Did you see the 1998 classic Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones?
Well, there was also Dante's Peak. You know, was with Pierce Brosnan. That was a movie. You know, and then,
Dante's Peak was good. They show the pirates are getting chased by the fucking cloud at the end.
Oh yeah, by the sulfuric death cloud.
Dante's Peak. They also have the classic dog that gets lost, and you're like, well, this dog is getting swallowed by a volcano. And then the last scene, like as they're climbing out of the fucking volcanic ash, the dog comes sniffing up to him, and they're like, oh, Fifi made it. Alan Ruck, you got Alan Ruck from fucking Ferris Bueller in this movie.
Oh yeah, wow, this is 10 years after that. He's still trying to make a career going, you know. It's like, get Philip Seymour Hoffman, and then you got young Steve Buscemi. No, it's not, but I mean, it's like
young Bush.
Hey, we think you look like him a little bit, so you know we're gonna cast you. That cat was in a couple other things too. Philip Seymour Hoffman, this is one of his first like major movies, you know. Him like breaking it in Hollywood.
He was still playing the fat fool at this point.
Well, exactly. But he did it well, you know. But he was a serious actor, Keith. He wanted to explore his craft.
Well, he was. He's one of those guys that like I'm sure he was like that kind of pissy where like this is pedestrian, but he actually is the kind of guy who could talk that talk because he was a great actor.
He was a completely, absolutely. He's top flight. He was a top flight actor, no doubt about that. Disturbed soul, I think.
Well, he died of a heroin overdose. It's not like he's...
Yeah, I think
Peachy people don't just overdose on the horse.
You know, just, I'm losing myself in my career. The pressures of it all. I need to shoot up, you know. So as I laugh about his death. I don't know. It just seems all so ridiculous. Everything seems so ridiculous, you know.
Well,
get over yourself.
It is. Speaking of,
we got things going on. We got things going on.
This show changed a lot during the week because it started with you texting me being like, "I'm going out of town," and I was like, "Oh yeah." So I got a co-host lined up. Jeff Eggleston was going to come.
Oh shit.
And
I didn't know that.
But then you texted. And you were like, oh, I canceled my flight. So I was like, oh, cool. Jeff will just be a guest. We'll come on. I'll have him play a song or two. I got the new setup. I could have him plug into the board.
Exactly.
And it could come through. And then the day he's at the World Series of Comedy in Las Vegas. And he was like, I extended my stay. So then he canceled. But so it ended up just being a regular show.
Yeah.
So it went from like, oh, this special substitute to like, oh, that's cool. Now it's going to be like a guest with a show. It'll be a nice... full show.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's a good thing. So, but you were also you rolled with it. You know what I mean? You rolled with it. You know, you had contingency plans. We weren't going to go radio silent for a couple weeks, my friend.
But and then we got to talk about that because if we don't go out of town, we'll be fine. But we got holidays coming up that we have to fucking record episodes.
Well, I'm going to be here during Thanksgiving. I ain't going anywhere for Thanksgiving.
All I'm saying is there might be. One of these weeks we might have to do 2 in a row. We might have to do an episode on a couple Saturday Sundays, and then I'll bank the Sunday episodes.
Sure. Absolutely. Hey man, you got a plan here. This is what a responsible show does. So that's the reason why we're able to weather the storm of this week.
Because
different hosts and co-hosts.
What I think I'm setting up too is because, and we're holding to this for new listeners, we take the month of December off. Or around. We take about a month off around Christmas through the New Year.
Yeah.
But this year I want to have episodes ready so we could keep
just
releasing
rifle
them
out there, man. Exactly.
But I feel like, hey, everybody needs 3 weeks to just not work or not do anything. Look,
yeah, man.
I get stressed out doing this shit.
Oh yeah,
cameras don't work. So
I give you credit, man, Keith. You put your back into this. The production quality is definitely better.
Look at this. We got Snoop talking into a shell here.
Yeah, it's. But yes, I was going to go to Oregon. I had booked a flight right after I left my job. Been out of my job now for a month, which feels.
How's that feeling?
It just feels very good.
So good.
I'm happy about the decision. I don't regret it. I've been doing some just online delivery crap this week.
Have you been doing soul? Have you also been soul searching, Crucius?
No.
Have you been searching your soul?
Nope. It has not been this weird, dark, brooding time where I'm doubting certain decisions as I'm alone and I ponder my existence. No, I actually feel pretty good about things. I'm actually in a good headspace because. Yeah, so I
Jamie Gertz had 80s hair still.
She was she was like the uptight older woman here.
Right. Even though she's younger than all these people.
Well, she was an 80s star. Her father, again, we've said this before, ran the Improv, the old Improv in Chicago cuz she's from the North Shore. Jamie Gertz is. So, and I think came from a kind of a show business family. Jamie Gertz. I always thought because
she's like a billionaire now.
Well, I think she married.
Her husband.
She's one of the owners of the Hawks.
Well,
her
husband is. Yeah. I feel like for points, she's like on the board, but she did not purchase the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, but
she's married to the dude who owns the Hawks.
Yeah, that actor.
This is one of my favorite scenes in a movie because they're all fucking psyched about the food, and then they make fun of Carrie Elways. He's on the TV, but this is where they tell the fucking stories.
Yeah,
of like he walked up to a tornado with a boner and fucking pissed in it.
Well, exactly. Well, this is how it ties into Helen Hunt's character because she's the only one who's survived a grade 5 or whatever it is, right? She's on C1.
Yeah, an F5.
An F5.
The finger of God.
Young cows, Meg. Nice. Potatoes.
Look at that Midwestern foods. Look at these Midwesterners with their diet and the uptight city girl. Oh, she can't handle it, can she? They knew the tensions. They knew the tensions in our culture that have been exploited now by certain political movements. They understood. Linda Hunt, she had a run. She had a run in the mid-late 90s. She was on a run.
Oh yeah, this is around as good as it gets.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Mad About You ended because she blew up. This is in the era where it was the clear move of sitcom, and then the breakout star of the sitcom was going to be the one to be removed. It was like sitcoms were the audition ground for
movies. Yeah.
That's why I feel like movie people probably look down on television actors who come in of oh,
I'm sure.
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
He really is in love with himself. I thought it was just a summer thing.
Dude, he's going to rue the day. He's going to rue the day he came up against the extreme, baby.
Yeah. Hey, things were hip in the 90s.
Imminent ruin.
This is hip dialogue in the 90s. I tell you, I still speak this way.
I was just wondering, why do you call Billy the extreme?
Because Billy is the extreme.
Fuck yeah.
Control son of a bitch in the game.
No, I think
he's the most out of control son of a bitch in the game. He comes close to tornadoes.
I'm going to go clean up.
But there's a certain weirdness.
Oh yeah, they show her
wildness.
They show her fucking from the fucking nape of the neck up taking a shower in this.
I think
it's supposed to be a
sexy scene.
This is where as close as you're gonna get
to Linda Hunt.
To seeing Helen Hunt's. You keep calling her Linda Hunt.
I know exactly.
Do you think it's Linda Hamilton?
No. Linda Hunt was on the previous TV show that was on. Linda Hunt, I think, won an Oscar for Year of Living Dangerously. When she played a he. It was wow.
So let's get back to why. So Portland, you were supposed to go to Portland, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you called and you were like, I canceled my flight. And the COVID stuff and weather I get, but I almost laughed. And I talked to her about it, and we both kind of giggled because you're just like, my back hurts, and flying with back pain sucks. And I'm just like, oh my God, he's 50.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's feeling it.
Absolutely.
You're feeling the years, baby.
Because it's just, if you sit for too long, my back's been fucked up. My back has not been good the past couple weeks.
That air pressure.
It's gotten better. No, it's just sitting in a small seat, and I'm tall.
Crocious, you're at the age where you have to, in conversation, go, well, the air pressure. And
no, it's not even.
know what rain does to my back, guys.
No, my back is, because I've been playing so much golf that I actually, I don't, it's a weird thing. I don't quite know what it is, but it's lower back pain. And I went to the chiropractor on Wednesday. I've been going to the chiropractor over the past,
that's good.
I don't know, 2 months.
That's when you're doing okay in life, Crow. You don't have you quit a high paying job and you're still maintaining chiropractor.
Yeah, I mean,
do you see that going away at some point?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why I got to get a few appointments in now when I actually have the money. So it just, anyway, yeah, it just, You know, my buddy and his wife gave me a call on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday, and they were just like, "This big weather system is coming in up there." Which, by the way, they live up like in the mountains. They don't live in Portland. You fly into Portland, you got to drive 75 miles to the ocean, and you got to go through a mountain range in order to get there.
Oh, that's sick.
It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's clean. But it's a treacherous road. I've been on the road 4 times.
Right.
It's not an easy road. You know, and they were saying that this weather was coming in, and sure enough, they got pounded with rain. There were 11 car accidents the night I was flying up there. Someone got burnt alive in their car. It flipped over and blew up, you know, on this one highway you have to take.
Crocious, were you thinking about, I know it's COVID and everything, but
with the COVID, I was like,
maybe thinking about going up there and trolling for some of that thick beef over there in Portland.
Literally in Oregon, the beaver state. I tell you, it's crunchy up there. You never, the women up there are open. You know, it's it's.
Well, yeah, dude, they'll stop a movie from being fucking performed.
But yeah, my friend and his wife, and they have 2 kids. They have a great place there, and they were just like, happened earlier in the week. They were like, oh well, you know, you got to get a.
Wasn't she the shit back in the day? The lady Aunt May.
In the background, yeah, I think she had a career. She was in
I was in the pictures with Dizzy fucking McKinney.
Dizzy
McKinney.
What was she in? She was never like a beautiful leading lady, but she was a known enough.
Let's see if we could do
deduce it.
Lois Smith is her name.
God, I should know, but
let's see what we
look
got.
Look at her filmography. Here. But yeah, it just So my buddy was like, "Oh well, you should rent a car." And I was like, "Oh yeah, no." I was like, "Yeah, I'll get it." He's like, "No, I'll rent a car for you." It's like, well, I'll rent it. It's cool. I can afford to do that. I'm flying up there. It's a cheap flight.
That's booked classic Crow. I got money.
But no, seriously, I mean, I had booked the flight right after I left my job because I wanted to go somewhere and kind of decompress for a while, like get out of LA for a little bit, you know. But the fact is that system came in and dumped a shit ton of rain, and then when you get higher into the higher elevations, they get snow in the higher elevations there this time of the year. So it was like, I didn't want having an experience of flipping my car.
Oh, here we go. So she was in East of Eden. That was her film debut.
Wow, with James Dean.
She later played a number of supporting roles, including 5 Easy Pieces, 1970.
Yes.
Resurrection, 1980. Fatal Attraction, 1987.
Yes. Yep.
She was in Fried Green Tomatoes. She's one of those main old bitches in Fried Green Tomatoes.
Yep.
You love Fried Green Tomatoes, right?
I like fried green tomatoes.
It's not a bad. My grandma got me into it. Fried Green Tomatoes, Sense and Sensibility.
Oh, those Merchant and Ivory movies.
I love those.
Howard's End, Remains of the Day. No, they're good actually. They're good.
How to Make an American Quilt, 1995. Dead Man Walking, 95. Twister, 96.
Yeah. She was the mother of Sean Penn's character who gets killed.
She was in Lady Bird. She's old now.
Yeah, she's got to be. Yeah, but
really looking
she's
old. Probably not for defunding the police. I would imagine she would like the police well funded. She was in the Grapes of Wrath. She's a theater. She also does the theater.
Yeah, absolutely.
They all do the theater.
Of course. That's when you know you're a respected actor.
Well, theater's the type of thing where if you've done enough good movie roles, you kind of have. It's impressive. They're like, well, we got Lois Smith.
Yeah,
she was in Twister.
Yeah, it's enough of a name. You can draw a few people,
and you get a
but
paycheck.
It's also serious acting.
And you get a paycheck,
Yep.
but then you also develop a behind the scenes kind of, well, she's going back to the fucking bones,
the roots, absolutely.
So
man.
then
she's got integrity.
So then you go to the casting directors, and she can go, well, I wanted to just have fun for a little bit.
Yeah, stretch out.
So I did the theater, and then you maybe can score a big movie role because it's just like, well, she was just really redeveloping her tools,
sharpening them.
Yeah,
exactly. Which, hey, there's probably some truth in that. I think stage acting is probably more complex than film acting.
What do we got here? Christmas on Wheels. Remember when Lifetime was all about abusing women?
Of course. Of course.
Now it's just the Hallmark Channel.
So anyway,
and they'll have some scandalous shit. Oh, no, so keep going.
It's okay. My friend calls me. So that was early in the week. Oh, you should get a rental car. I was like, okay. And then they're like, okay, we'll split it. I was like, that's kind of weird. I should just get it. But he kept insisting. So let's split it. Okay. So okay, fine.
Fucking
then Wednesday, I get a text from him. He's like, listen, and then I get a call from him too, and he was like, Brooke, his wife, is just concerned about tomorrow. This big system's coming in. You're going to rent a car, and it's going to dump a bunch of rain.
Yeah.
And I guess that night, Wednesday night, there had been a lot of rain, and there was a bunch of accidents. There was 18 accidents one night, and I think 11 the next.
Ooh.
So there's a bunch of accidents. So
it's a lot.
So it's like, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I think that's a good decision. And that's fine. I'll just do the flight sometime other time.
This is where it would be good to have a day job, because you get to do the thing where your trip's canceled, but you're taking those days, baby.
Yeah. Oh, but I actually liked it. I was able to. I've been doing a lot of
soul searching. Have you been searching your
online
soul? Online
deliveries? No, not really searching my soul. I something. I have been. Something. I like it. I like the headspace I'm in right now.
Yeah, Keith. I know.
I'm in a good headspace.
Crocious, I'm going to Roy Firestone you by the end of this.
I'm sitting here with Dave Winfield, former New York Yankee. Dave, he would get the most bizarre 80s athletes, but they were names. He would get guys coming through L.A. They were going to do Roy Firestone on ESPN. Like, it was like you were visiting baseball team or football team. You'd sit down and get a one-on-one with Roy Firestone. I mean, he got all the. I mean, I remember him do like Lasorda he got. He also had like Jim Valvano. He liked East Coast Italians, I think, coming on the show. They had a personality for him,
Hey, you got to get Goombas.
Roy Firestone.
Roy Firestone would make you cry. Jim Rome would make you fight. Remember fucking Chris Everett?
Yeah, exactly, with Jim. Because Jim Everett was a totally good quarterback, and all of a sudden he just fell off the face of the earth.
Jim Everett was the
weird.
Mitchell Trubisky of his time.
No. He was better.
He was tall, wasn't he? Wasn't he a tall boy for at the time? Like, he's just like, look at this big blonde fucker.
I think he was probably 6'4", 6'5".
That was tall for a quarterback.
And he was
6'1", 6'2" was the average height. Terry Bradshaw was not tall.
No, he wasn't. Absolutely not. No, I mean, it's the bigger quarterback. He was definitely one of the he was a bigger quarterback without a doubt. So I don't know. I mean, but there's also kind of a different direction too with the Russell Wilson of things. If you have a good decision maker who's mobile, that can also hurt people in the current game, which I think is kind of an interesting nuance.
God, I love these movies. This is my fucking childhood in a movie. I would watch this all the time.
Did you love Home Alone?
Oh
yeah.
I gotta say, the scene where he puts the BB gun and shoots him in the balls, that still might be one of the funniest things ever. The way, like, he gives that, like,
yeah, of course.
Because he's in mid-conversation, and as he's talking, he gets shot
Was
in
it
the
Joe
balls.
Pesci, or was it Daniel
Pesci. Pesci gets hit in the balls with the BB gun. This is where he burns
Pesci was
fucking,
making a career, man.
Yeah.
This is filming this in Chicago.
The Burbs.
I drove past this house. They had a plaque out in front of it, but it was a plaque that was consistent with like the planning department.
I think the family had to like get a order saying that you can't just stand there and take pictures now. It was bothering their life.
Absolutely. Well, they put a sign up there again, but the sign is consistent with the lettering of something in the city. I think it's in Highland Park, I want to say.
This is one of like 5 houses that's movie famous. Like this house, Elm Street house, fucking what's the other one?
Amityville Horror.
Amityville Horror.
Yeah, I was in
and
there.
the Full House. And then like that's those are the most famous houses in the world.
I was thinking about that. For me, in my age group, Brady Bunch house is pretty famous.
Yeah, that is famous. Crow liked Cousin Oliver.
That was the classic 70s. Like I think that guy made a career out of doing just that, because I think he was also in Different Strokes at the end.
Of just the awkward blonde kid?
Yeah. Like he's got, it looks like a little mini John Denver.
A Cousin Oliver episode where someone can't get ketchup out of the bottle.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you got to hit the bottle, and he hits it, and it gets ketchup all over Marsha's blouse.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the dilemma,
Yeah. Oh, look, he burned his hand. Got the knob hot.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear it fucking radiating. I love when people pick apart those movies like that.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I know. Just go with it.
Yeah.
I know.
It's pro wrestling, but for a movie.
That's like Raiders of a Lost Ark. Macaulay Culkin was a fucking star.
You know a movie that he was in that I've never seen fully is Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck, of people of my generation, like that was a pretty good comedy.
I feel like that's one of his down movies, though. That's one of the lesser liked. Fucking who's the Pretty in Pink guy?
John Hughes.
He made that's like his last.
No, Uncle Buck amongst people again, people my age.
You liked
college. I didn't like Uncle Buck a lot, but when I've seen it, I'm like, this is okay. It's passable. It's got enough of that kind of early '80s comedy in it. You know, he's sort of Uncle Buck is sort of a fuck up. He lives next to Wrigley Field. He's got a gambling problem,
and he's got that
smokes cigars,
and it's one of those things where
but he's got a heart of gold.
And one of the redeeming, the way you know he's got a heart of gold is that a semi-attractive lady is with him in it.
Well, it's what's her face from Field of Dreams. Was it Amy Madigan? Was her name? Yes. I mean, she's like a known actress.
She kind of sounds like she smokes cigars.
But
she kind of has a Marge Simpson kind of voice.
Yeah. It's raspy and throaty. Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Ouch. That would hurt.
If you're gonna eat the candy, you gotta fucking have a little bit of a rasp to you. That was right before he died.
Before who died? Oh, Candy. Oh, yeah. Candy died. Actually, that was about 5 years before
Candy died.
Rather
Unceremoniously.
Oh, yeah. He died in 94. Oh, 93.
And I think he was so fat and unhealthy, people were like, this is coming.
Oh, yeah. He was, I mean, I guess his not the E! Hollywood True Story, but the Reels Network, when they have like the celebrity autopsy, the John Candy celebrity autopsy is good. Because they have an actor playing John Candy, and he's a sad clown, and he just had an incredibly addictive personality. He had his food was his thing. He just had to eat all the time. You know,
there's I don't know if it's Summer Rental. Him and Aykroyd, where they rent the summer house.
Yes, I think yeah.
Well, look he's got hot dogs, lips, and assholes. Dan Aykroyd plays the snooty rich uncle.
Yes,
and fucking Candy's fucking
the
John
down to
Candy
earth guy. Yeah, exactly.
Well, at the end of the movie, there's a scene where they're all dancing, and John Candy. This made me feel so bad. John Candy's so fat they got him from the chest up, and he's just going,
wow, because he literally just can't move.
He's just moving, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, he was. When I think of John Belushi, like what John Belushi would have been, had he not died, because it's like Farley. I mean, Farley was, I think of Farley and Candy being kind of cut from a comparable cloth, similar cloth.
Look, this might not hurt as bad.
Ow,
that would be bad.
Yeah, that would be terrible. There'd be little shards of glass all up on your feet, man. Ow. I remember this being a big movie when I was in college. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking.
I think I might have seen. I definitely saw part 2 in the theaters.
Oh yeah, this came out in 90, I think, didn't it?
Dude, you know that little in part 2, he's got the talk boy, the little tape recorder.
Yeah.
So in second grade, I listened to the Offspring cassette that had fucking you gotta keep them separated.
God, that's such a mid-90s song.
It had that.
You better keep them separated.
I listened to that tape for the first time on a Home Alone talk boy on the playground in second grade. That and Green Day Dookie. We fucking ran through.
So much older than you, Keith. I was living out here in my late. I was 27. I was 27, and I'm like going to a pool hall and that song playing. I remember I kind of liked it, but I was like, no, this song blows. It's not good. You better keep them separated. Hey, living in a mirror. It's so bad.
When I went thing and your mom's gay and fat.
You better keep them separated.
Dude, MTV is living off Rob Dyrdek.
So I'm so that's Oregon. Okay, just to let you know, we'll wrap it up with that. So
my Texas trip, we were gonna go to Texas for Thanksgiving, and now they might be, because right now LA County is requesting that if you go anywhere, that when you come back you quarantine for 2 weeks. Well, Daddy can't do that. Jesus, I got a shoot job.
Yeah.
So it's up in the, if they do a mandatory quarantine, we can't go to Tejas. But I'm excited to, I want to see what traveling during a apocalyptic situation is like.
Kind of feels like.
I'm just curious about it.
I think it'll just be a more mellow flight, actually. There won't be as many people.
Look at how excited he gets.
I got my 4th COVID test this week, and it was negative.
We're also doing that soon. We're getting a COVID test.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a.
Are you? Do you just? Does it not even tickle you anymore? Are you now
desensitized? You do it in your throat. It doesn't even go in the sinuses. I mean,
they got a throat one.
You cough and you put the swab down your throat and you do it that way.
I almost like the nose better than the throat.
Yeah, so and you do it yourself. I drove to Dodger Stadium, got a free one. It took an hour to go through. I mean, the traffic was that bad. There were thousands of cars, thousands and thousands of cars getting drive-through tests. And then I got next day, they gave me the results. I was negative for the 4th time. So I'm happy about that because I've changed my life up having left my job. and I'm doing this fucking delivery thing, so I'm actually out in the public a little more. But we'll see. I mean, I'm wearing a mask and I wash my hands, and I that's the thing. I didn't drink last night. I mean,
that's fun.
It's actually a good thing for me. I mean, I'll drink tonight.
Oh, look at that. You know what's weird?
I can't possibly go to
dude, this commercial actually got me. He was standing in the rain and the shadow of something comes down, and I actually went, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I thought
something's going to fall on him.
Absolutely. I thought the same thing too, man. It worked for me also.
That
was good.
Thing got
good
me.
Directing. No, but yeah. So you were going to go to Texas. You're not going to go to Texas. I mean, yeah.
It's up in the air. Ooh, live from the Met. Let's watch some fucking. This is the one sport
my
that
back's gonna hurt.
It's the one sport that you can't. It's so boring they won't even pop you for fucking copyright. Is golf. You can stream golf.
I've watched golf a little bit. I have watched it,
dude. That was always a soothing weekend thing for me. When the big tournaments came up, all my uncles would come to my grandparents' house. I get to sit around and they'd talk about adult shit.
Yeah,
I was a weird little kid. I liked listening to adult shit.
Yeah.
Like, and when the people would make fun of stuff and just bitch about like their
life.
Yeah, I was kind of like, this is like the real
yeah.
shit. Like, fuck what my friends are all about.
Do you remember? I'm curious from your perspective because of your age and how Clinton's the sex scandal with Monica Lewinsky. Do you remember that pretty well?
Oh, because that came at a time where my apartment burned down. We were living in a fucking Holiday Inn across the street from our apartment complex. I remember watching the TV.
For how long?
When like a week or two.
Yeah.
And then we got another small apartment, and we hated it because my stepdad had a bigger apartment than everybody.
Yeah.
And then we moved back to Sauk Village.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting in that fucking hotel room. It was 4 a.m, and we were all sharing a hotel room. So when my stepdad got up for work, we all had to like get up.
Yeah.
And I remember getting up for school and the news being on, and it was either right when they said they were going to impeach him, and I kind of remember both my parents being like, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, everybody, even I remember people saying like, he should be impeached, but he shouldn't be just because this is so stupid.
Well, that's
like,
good that they had the awareness to know
by
that.
the letter of the law, yes, he lied under oath. Like, if you take the scorecard, he should be kicked out of office.
Yeah.
But this is taking so long, and it's so stupid. Like, you're essentially saying he should be fired from his job for cheating on his wife and lying about it.
Yeah. Yep.
Which in any other in any other job that would be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what happens. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's and that's why people about Trump, when they say, like, liberals, like, he's a pig, he's a sexist pig, he's raped women. Well, they think that about Clinton. That's what they think about Clinton. Even though I think that's a false equivalency.
I remember I think
Trump has been probably even a bigger pig. But
I remember when everybody was like, "You really gonna elect a president?" And I was just like, guys. The best president we've ever had was a total pussy hound.
Oh yeah, Clinton.
You can't.
Absolutely. Yeah, he absolutely was too. For me, he was the best president of my life. Even though I liked Obama, Obama got cut off at the knees.
They say good things about this Teddy Roosevelt. I hear he.
But
was
I remember
good.
every president since Jimmy Carter. Carter, Reagan, first Bush.
Well, that's like 6. There's been like 6 presidents.
No, there's been 8. It's Carter, Reagan, Bush number 1, Clinton, Bush number 2, Obama.
Bush 2 was the only one that didn't have 2 terms, right?
Bush number 1. Bush 1.
Yeah.
Bush 2
had 2.
Had 2 terms. Him winning in 2004
was
a real low point for me.
Well, it was the
real
most
low point.
It was the most because was it low because it was the most boring election in the history of the world?
No, but yeah, the Democrats ran a terrible campaign. I was like, this guy's fucking up this war so bad, and he still gets reelected on the security issue. It's like that Iraq war was such a failure.
Well, that was back when.
That's one thing I'll say about Trump. There wasn't some major conflict. Right. I mean, there was not.
I mean, we got our own internal. A civil war could be a major conflict.
Yeah.
Would you call this a cold civil war? That'll be the term. I just coined a term, by the way.
I don't know. I mean, I guess because the Cold War, there were still battles that were going on. I don't quite know how this is. I mean, I think there are just more and more as time goes on, and the narrative is that Biden has won. It's going to eventually win out.
As time goes on, ironically, the name of a Hallmark movie.
She was all alone. It was Christmas Eve. What was she going to do? Oh, I don't know. An event planner came over, but they weren't getting along very well. Oh, they had a little tension between each other.
This is Katherine Heigl. This movie was the first movie she did after she left Grey's Anatomy.
Isn't the knock on her that she's supposed to be this awful person to work with?
Oh no, it's not just a knock. It's the truth.
Because I guess she's kind of been groomed to be sort of at one time.
Well, I was reading about it. So she left Grey's Anatomy because she felt like I should be the star of this show. You know, I got this big burgeoning career, and then she left to be like a leading lady.
Yeah.
And all she did was romantic comedies.
Yeah.
She got labeled the rom-com queen. That halted her career aggressively.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. She would get paired with a guy who he's the opposite of you. You hate each other at first, but you end up in love. And like that's all and it started with 27 Dresses. My favorite movie with her is the one with Gerard Butler where he plays the fucking asshole radio show host and she's like,
well, Gerard Butler's a good actor.
I love Gerard Butler.
He's great in 300. He's great in 300. 300 is a good movie.
Perennial bridesmaid Jane always puts the needs of others before her own. You know, kind of the opposite of fucking
how
Katherine
she really is. Well, that's why she played it so well. She played an opposite character. You know,
making
that's her actors, I think.
Making her the go-to gal whenever someone needs help with wedding plans. So when Jane's younger
sister,
I love the suspense. Oh, that's all they got.
Tess snags the man of her dreams. Yeah, look at this cast.
Yeah. James Cyclops is the man of her dreams. Is that fucking
is that
Marty
Ed
McFly?
Burns? Is that Ed Burns?
Who knows? Didn't Ed Burns, wasn't he like the Kevin Smith, like the serious Kevin Smith?
Well, he was in Private Ryan.
He made the fucking McGillicuddy's
She's
Tavern
all that. Yeah, McGillicuddy's Open Tab. I think that was the name.
It was like
some Irish.
The Brothers
McMullen. Exactly. But it was like some Irish thing. It was like, Shaughnessy McGee's and didn't pay his bill. You know, it was like basically about like an Irish
By the way,
family. What's his face in it? The guy.
I love the comic in you, and you even do this on stage.
What?
When you talk louder, you go into the microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do.
But it's good, you know.
You're supposed to pull back when you scream.
No, but it makes the point, man. It hammers it home. You know?
Well, you're hammering the the ears when you do it.
I know. Jeez, God.
No, and not even. It's like the recording. It fucks with the odd. Like it'll.
Okay.
I was fucking dude all week. I was messing with this board. I was like annoying her because she was sitting here, and I would just be like, check. Like I was getting all the levels, and she was just like, "You're talking so loud," and I was like, "I know, I got to see what shorts it out. I got to see what I will
What's
say."
The range?
It's less sensitive though because this has compressors, and even without all the bells and whistles that I have on, you can kind of talk pretty loud.
Yep,
it won't do much.
But so what's supposed to be horrible about her? But what specifically has she done that makes her difficult to work with?
I don't know. I've never heard specific. It just seems like from the vibes I get.
But I've heard there are specific stories about. I guess she's just. Isn't her mom like a kind of a show business mom? I think know. Too, and I think there's a sort of a.
Let's see.
Yeah, this dude, this guy was working his way up.
That's Cyclops.
Exactly. Yeah, he was in a bunch of stuff, man. He was in the Anchorman, the sequel to Anchorman,
Well, yeah, and he was Cyclops in the X-Men.
Of course.
Like, I know you're not a nerd, but that's probably the biggest movies he's ever done.
I gotta tell you this. I have HBO until the early December free trial.
Would you watch?
I watched the first half of Joker.
It's a fucking awesome movie.
I gotta be honest with you. The first half of Joker, I was like,
awesome.
I was like, this is pretty good actually. Like, it's a good movie. Like, it's a pretty good.
It's Rupert Pumpkin and Taxi Driver.
Yeah, absolutely.
In one movie.
Well, what's Rupert Pumpkin? I don't even know.
Okay, so I got to spoil the movie for you.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
Have you ever seen The King of Comedy with De Niro?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I've seen it. Yeah, absolutely. A bunch of times.
So they kind of reverse it. So
yeah, exactly.
By the end of the movie, Joaquin Phoenix goes on Murray's show, and he fucking blows his head off on live television.
Yeah.
It's great.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch the second half of Joker in the second half?
I mean, no, because you want to know why? I won't talk. I'll be so fixated with the movie that I won't be able to talk.
I'll get you talking.
Because
baby.
It's good, man. When I saw it, I was like, this is actually pretty well edited. Todd Phillips did it. I was like, it definitely had that good, like, gritty New York vibe of what New York was. New York was that way in the 80s, too. But it had improved. It had improved enough where the 70s was the true bottoming out period for New York City.
I'm going to look up Katherine Heigl, fucking bitch.
Yeah, like beef, like what her beefs are, There we go. So it's okay, buddy. But yeah, it just we were just laughing about shit. It was a good point. You made a good point.
What, when I fucking referenced Ed Burns' movies?
Oh yeah. It was McGillicuddy, unmade McGillicuddy's Tab or something. And Brothers McMullen, I think She's All That. Wasn't that also a movie that they did? And then he was in Private Ryan. He survived. He was like a wise ass from Brooklyn, He was a Irish wise ass, It was an East Coast thing going on, Goldberg was like the cynical Jewish guy, I tell you what was a good war movie that I thought that got panned by the critics. I watched Midway. I was like, this is actually pretty good. I thought Midway was a pretty good war movie.
Dude, they made so many phony like copies leading up to that.
It's just I didn't get why it didn't. I mean, I thought it was a decent war movie. I mean, it's got certain tropes.
From
to
what
it
I'm
and
reading
cliches,
quickly, it seems like she is always complaining about her stature in movies. Like she didn't like that they made her such an uptight bitch. I was playing such a bitch.
Yeah.
And then like she hated that she was only doing rom-coms and she probably wanted to be a bigger. It just seems like she's always like, why can't I do that? Why am I not doing this? Why are you making me such a bitch? Why can't she just wants to, well then make a movie.
Yeah. No, it's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking about a buddy of mine who I think I mentioned this to you before, maybe on the show, who knows Maya Rudolph. I will not mention his name. And I guess she complains a lot about her career, that her career should be much bigger and better than what it is.
Well, you had 9 kids.
You were also in Bridesmaids, for crying out loud.
And you were on
and
Saturday
Idiocracy.
Night fucking Live.
I mean, yeah, you've had a career, and like had done a lot of voices.
I don't understand.
On animation.
You know what I was thinking the other day? Do you remember Mario Cantone? The stand-up comedian Mario Cantone.
Yeah.
He was a writer on Sex and the City, big in the late 90s, like 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
Nowhere now.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, what is he doing? Like, I wonder if he's like home. But I was like, he probably made a lot of money in the 90s.
Yeah.
Saved it.
Yeah.
And he
invested a little bit.
And he probably made bank being a producer on Sex and the City because he was the funniest person writing the show. So he ended up being a producer. Yeah. So he probably contributed a lot.
Absolutely.
So, and I'm just like, he's probably fine. He probably is just like, I'm never doing stand up again.
Yeah.
I have about a $1.2 million in the bank in my savings account.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got more than that. I'm sure he does. If he was a producer on that show, which was a hit that lasted years, had a couple movies, I'm sure he made a lot of money.
He worked his way up. I think he started as like a consultant. Yeah. Like, we need a funny gay guy to fucking make these women not cardboard cunts.
I just Sex and the City. I've tried to watch that, and I remember that was actually with my last girlfriend. She used to bitch about the show. I was like, how do you watch this? This is such crap. I would just assail the show. Which is that's an asshole thing. To do.
I will defend, because when you came in to record this show, we were watching fucking Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
And these shows do have a grasp on them where you start and you're like, this is ridiculous. But then you get caught up in the ridiculousness where you see one thing happen and you're like, oh, this is crazy. But then naively you think like, well, that's just this one episode. And then you look over and you're like, wait, now what's happening? And then you're in.
You're hooked.
You're hooked at that point.
Yeah, exactly. It's gotcha. They have the hooks in you.
They even do it like with Gossip Girl. There's this character named Blair Waldorf. I named my Google Home Blair Waldorf.
Because what's her thing?
She comes from this big, rich... They all come from these big, rich families. But Blair Waldorf
Their lives are so interesting.
Blair Waldorf is the queen bee of their school. She has this crew of fucking trophy women that just sit at her feet. She bosses people around. And when the show starts, you hate her guts.
Yeah.
She like manipulates situations. She turns her back on her friends. But she starts training this little, the main character's little sister. And you
become that too?
And you feel bad because you're like, oh, she's sinking her teeth into Jenny. But then Jenny becomes a super cunt. And like
takes her down,
and dethrones Blair, and just loses control. But they use that to turn Blair babyface. Because when Jenny becomes a bitch, you're just like, Blair needs to fucking take this bitch down a peg or two. So then when Blair becomes a bitch again, you're just like, yes, fucking Blair is back. And then you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
I know you're actually invested in this. Yeah, exactly. You actually care about their emotional bullshit lives. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and the show is the antithesis of me. The show is about stuck-up rich people. Someone in the line at this rich fucking family, Blake Lively's mom in the show.
Yeah.
Her son comes out as gay, and she freaks out.
Yeah.
And she literally says this line. She goes, you know, our life is just so hard to begin with. And to add this, and I wanted to punch the fucking TV where I was like, oh, really? Your life is hard? You just married a billionaire? Your life is hard?
Dude, I'm telling you, my best friend from college, I've told you about him before. His father, I think I told you, he owned Bumblebee Tuna.
Yeah, you've mentioned that.
And he also he helped make
that's fucking like
Chock full of nuts become a public company.
That's such a lot of money. My sister knew someone whose family created the technology that do you know the magnet in your credit card? Her family invented that.
Oh, Jesus.
So technically, every time someone swipes a credit card, they get paid.
Well, at this point, I'm sure MasterCard said, "Here, we'll give you $1.2 billion," and they're like, "Okay, sure." Okay, we've cashed out, and now it's just what it is. So. Because I know, I think he was worth. His father was one of the 100 Eagles, which is the top 100 financial contributors.
No, that was one of the rotating members of the band. The
exactly.
Eagles.
Don Henley and him had a long relationship. They played in college towns in Texas. No. But they one of the 100 Eagles, which is the 100 top contributors to the Republican Party. So because of that, he was trying to angle to become an ambassador to Ireland. That was his goal. He was worth about $28 million when he died in the early 90s.
Christ.
Which is probably like 80 to 100 million now, maybe.
It's a lot of Rupert Pumpkins.
So he had quiet walks with Newt Gingrich on the mall in DC. An absolute asshole.
It was quiet aside from him munching on fucking chips. He would always bring a bag of chips with him. He would pour nacho cheese in it and shake it, and then he would say, "This is what the ends are eating."
No, it wasn't that obvious. But it was more just them, talking about policies they were going to change.
Look at this. We get to
how they were trying to influence and take on the Democratic Party because they hated liberals. This guy hated liberals.
Newt Gingrich?
Oh no, and my buddy's father.
Oh, didn't your buddy's father start the role of? He killed something in Madison that started the role of Wisconsin becoming a fucking.
Well, he was definitely part of the whole
Republican state
takeover. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when Wisconsin used to be a deeply progressive state. The Social Security system that is now our national system and was created in the 30s was based on a Wisconsin program. They rode herd on environmental protections. Making sure water was clean, all that sort of stuff. They had a bunch of strong labor laws for unions, very big union state, for years. But in the 80s, Tommy Thompson won the governorship in 1986, running on the platform of basically saying blacks are moving up here from Chicago to take advantage of our good benefits. And then he cut benefits. And he had a great right-wing play. Great, all the media tropes that the right wing does were tested in Wisconsin. So it was this kind of fertile battleground for those ideas. So conservative ideas have really come up. Paul Ryan is from Wisconsin. Reince Priebus is from Wisconsin. There's a real
that is such a conservative name.
Oh,
Reince Priebus.
But also
that sounds like what Republicans call their pubes.
It's like asshole.
Did you rinse your pubis?
Yeah. So he, but the point is Tommy Thompson came in. So Tommy Thompson he had the first welfare to work program in the country where you had to be looking for a job or getting a job in order to get a check from the government. And if you didn't work, if you didn't get a job for 12 weeks, they cut your benefits. So that was like deemed this great right-wing program that eventually became the basis of welfare reform in the 90s.
Yeah.
So that's what my friend's father was funding. He was working on that. It's just
and
like,
probably
Jesus.
proud.
He was breaking the cycle of poverty, of dependence. That's their bullshit
Trying
narrative.
to match it up here. We go to politics when we talk about politics. Trying to get better at that. I'm trying to get better at to match up
I think
what we're talking about.
It works, man. We don't talk about
with
it,
that.
Man.
No, we can talk about it. I'm just saying I had to find something that's not on the weekend on the political channels. They just showed jail shows.
Yeah, God.
Like it's Undercover Boss
so
all night
disturbing.
on CNBC. You got Josh Johnson on here.
But again, the narrative is
African-American comedian Josh Johnson.
I was watching OAN again this week. I pop in there.
Trump's going to buy that when he is no longer the president.
OAN is, if he can get the money, it is unbelievable. I mean,
it's like Russia shit.
It is. Here's what I saw. I watched a 5-minute clip this week. And it was about Cardi B being canceled because she had the Hindu. Maybe it's an old story too, because her album cover had like the basically imitating or cultural appropriation of the god Vishnu, I think, or something.
Yeah,
and just saying, isn't it just great when the left just eats each other alive? It's so entertaining to watch that. I mean, she supports socialism, and they're going after her. They're going. I mean, it was. And these two women, they do that classic right-wing thing where they have the young women that they think are hot, but because they have horrible makeup and they have bad lighting, because no gay person in their right mind would work at that network, so they don't look good. They make women in their mid-20s not look good. That is hard to do. But I don't know where they get them from. They're awful too. They just I mean, again, they had a segment just on
they're
folding
like
the flag.
They call them fembots.
Yeah.
Like,
And I am just saying the words right now, what I've been
like,
told to say about abortion.
They're like tertiary characters and like the evil Bond villains. Fucking.
They're like the henchwomen or henchmen. Yeah, exactly.
Rupert Murdoch bought a fucking
farm.
Yeah, and he just decorated it with these blonde fucking.
Well, I'm sure there's a whole. I'm sure there's a stepping stone.
It's a visual medium, dear.
And the right-wing conservative media, a lot of it. Well, what's her face? The spokesperson she's doubled down on this. Saying Trump's going to do it. But I think people within even the White House realize his days are numbered. I mean, the fact that he came out once in the past week and a half is a lot of information. It's just interesting. I think what's going to be his Waterloo? What's going to be his last stand? How is that going to unfold?
What does that reference mean?
Well, again,
what is Waterloo?
Well, Waterloo is basically like, as I understand, I could be wrong on this, but it was like a Napoleonic battle where he actually lost, and I think he went into Russia, sort of like what Hitler did.
And did he not admit to it?
But I think it's when his empire crumbled or whatever. I mean, I think I'm probably totally butchering it. But it is his last stand. It is his last stand. So how does that manifest itself? How does it end? What's the end game?
He's going to try and take over the federal government, and it's going to be the funniest fail. It's going to be the best thing to watch.
Yeah.
It's going to fuck with democracy. It's going to kind of undermine this. It's going to crack the system a little bit, and it's going to and we're going to need another Barack to come in and be like, oh no, to reinforce everybody's values or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's going to try and overthrow the Biden administration.
I wonder how they're planning on doing that.
I don't think he understands that he needs like a private. He needs every militia in the country behind him. He needs a private army.
Yeah,
to defeat the U.S. Army.
Well, and that's why I wonder. I've always thought this too. Is like, how well organized are they? I kind of feel like they
basically put a Craigslist ad out for fucking defense help, for legal help. And no one will help him because everyone looks it over and they're just like, yeah, nothing illegal happened.
Well, exactly. I mean, he's done, and so yeah, how he's going to try and do it? Again, I've said this before. I kind of think he's going to end up with federal marshals taking him out via handcuffs.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
They're going to have to just show up and say, "Sir, by the rules of our country, the laws of our country, and the Constitution, you no longer live in the White House." And maybe it'll be something they do by cover of night to protect his ego.
Dude, they're going to Baltimore Colt him. They're going to take him away like the Colts and relocate him to Indianapolis.
And that can feed into the narrative of, it's the deep state trying to take him down. Well, the fact is there are laws for a reason, and people have to live by these laws. And he's just, what he's done, the negligence during this whole pandemic is criminal. It's criminal in my opinion. But,
yeah.
It's what happens. On that note,
I mean, it's 50. We're about an hour in. You want to take a little break, smoke up?
I'm feeling okay. I mean,
you feeling okay?
An hour in.
We're 54 minutes in. We can keep going.
Well, good piece of news. I've got a meeting with a producer on Tuesday.
There you go. Congratulations.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. First time going through the process with this script. It'll be interesting to see if
with like a real guy.
Yeah,
like a real dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or is it a girl?
No, it's a guy. Oliver Hatchett is his name, but it's we'll see. I looked it up. It's he's got some experience doing some reality TV stuff. I think he is Christian based, which is a little bit. I don't know how to believe. I don't know what to believe on that. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know. I'm just going to go through the process. It is a learning experience to put this out here and see what happens. So,
well, that's one time because my dad knows this comedian named Jeff Mishler. His name's Jeff Allen on the fucking circuit.
Yeah.
And I remember he was on Stand Up Spotlight back in the day. Do you remember Stand Up Spotlight?
Who hosted that?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you wanted to be on it.
Maybe
in the mid-90s.
Was it midnight?
What was the show? What was the show?
She was the first famous person I ever met was Rosie O'Donnell. I told you the story.
But when you were like 2-3 years in, what was the stand-up show everybody was trying to get on? Do you remember like the TV goal you had?
To be honest,
or were
Friday late night? Remember was a thing.
Late Friday, yeah.
Yeah, I remember my buddy Dave Baliutansky moved to New York from Chicago
to do Late Friday,
and got on within a couple months of being there because he had Dave was a very good writer. He was funny. He was the guy who was part of the cult that I joined. He was the guy who kind of convinced me. I was good friends with him.
He thrived in the cult.
No, he didn't. He knew it was bullshit at the end of the day too, but he still gives it a little bit of credit. So it just, I think. Well, what were we saying? Oh yeah, about. So this, it's Tuesday or Thursday. We got correspondence from this guy on, I think yesterday, Friday. I think he emailed us and said, "Yeah, I heard the title of your pilot. I introduced by this actor who did our table read.
Right.
He's like, yeah, sure. Let's set up a Zoom time and just talk. So that's kind of a neat little development.
And I also think that's great that it's actually probably beneficial that it happened during this time because of Zoom and stuff, it's so easy.
Exactly.
Before they would have had to set up a meeting and he would have had to approve
get a space
shit
and
with other people. And a lot of times that's probably what shoots that down is just the logistics of, hey, I got this guy who's got a good idea. And they're just like, well, we can't really see anybody right now.
Yeah.
And then they just forget about you.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, just pop on your computer and we'll talk about it. And I'll reject you not in person.
No, exactly. So it just, but the point is that it'll just be a good experience just to go through the experience of it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
for sure.
So I think that we'll see that. I want to see how that goes.
No, that's even. This is even the most painful step of it. I think is getting the initial. Like, yeah, this is terrible, or hey, this guy is something.
Yeah.
This is the first. This is the first and maybe the final moment of your pilot where if this guy looks at it and is just like, I don't know, like then you might have to retool it majorly.
We'll see how the experience goes. We'll just see
you're
what he
not
has
talking
to say.
about Christ a lot in this.
Okay, let's talk about the religious side. It's like, well, no, that's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen.
Does any of these people repent to God in this at any point?
No, that's just never going to happen.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Reverend Martin Luther King, but he's not really talked about.
And these black women, they're not in a choir. They don't sing in like the office choir.
No, it's. So we'll see. I'll be curious to see how it goes. I mean, we got the cover done for the cover of our of the pilot. We have our little 30-second blurb we put in there too, and then we have a 44-page script for an hour. So I think it's I am.
I'll plug this phone back in and keep talking.
I'm excited about it. I'm in a good headspace for that reason. Leaving my job, You know, it's
well, that's why you didn't have to search your soul, because you got this pilot.
And I'm doing a little extra delivery work on the side to keep a little money coming in. But again, as I've told you before, Keith, I have a time frame for this.
Right.
I have to have a certain. I have to be shown like, okay, this has a real possibility. Because it's just, I'm not gonna flounder around here for 5 years.
I'm gonna get you wherever I move. You're coming, because I need a co-host.
But I mean, so we'll see. I mean, I am optimistic because I think what we wrote is actually good at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's I think we put our back into it. I think we've got enough. You know, can it be improved? It can always be improved. You know,
that's such a class. You know, I think we got enough.
You know, it's like, well, I mean, what do you want to say? It's the most amazing television pilot in the history of English
language. I just think that's funny. I think that's a very realistic way to go about it. I just think how most people out here are just like, you know, I'm the next fucking star, and you're just like, you know, I think I can just get over the bar.
Yeah. Well, it's like you know, I think there's so much hype and bullshit with some of the people out there. You have to actually have some substance.
I think it's a healthy mind frame to just be like, yeah, you know, I think I got enough in me to develop shows that get canceled after 6 episodes.
If I can just, make a couple $100,000, do that 3 or 4 times, you got a little career going.
Dude,
you know?
You can, if you're frugal with your money, if you make $1 million, you can probably not live on it, but invest that to where you be like, oh no, I made this $1 million and then I ended up okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I direct TV commercials now, which you probably make good money doing.
Oh, of course, I'm sure those people do. But yeah, so I'm going to see, you know, how it gets interpreted. You know, how it, how people perceive it. You know, and so you know, life is mostly trial and error, and in my experience, Keith, it's mostly error. That's what my experience has been with life. Errors with women. Errors with my career, errors with stand-up and performance, but you know, I've enjoyed the process so far. You know, my writing partner I've gotten along with pretty well. You know, I mean, he's been committed, so you know, we're doing that this week. We'll have our first meeting ever on this, so we'll see how it goes. Just letting you know, buddy. So on that note, maybe we can end now the first half.
Yeah, we can fucking take a break.
Exactly.
Crow blew his load.
Exactly.
He blew his load. They're going to save the dog here. All right, we're going to take a break here. We will be back.
This is obviously on the At Blue Cross Blue Shield, we've been protecting millions of people for over 75 years. It's what gives us the experience and understanding to help you find a plan that fits where you are today and where you'll be tomorrow. Get spring break styles for the entire family. Tees and tanks for just $5 and thousands of other amazing styles all on sale. Run to Old Navy. There are moments that define who we are, what we stand for, and where we're going. Made with pride, crafted with passion. Jeep Cherokee. Find love again. Right on the Gulf Coast. Beau Rivage. A feeling like no other. To succeed in our ever-changing, busy world, you've got to create your own brilliant website. Wix makes it simple. Create your website today. It's easy and it's free. Every time you raise a Pacifico, let it be a reminder to live life anchors up. Imagine waking up to the enticing aroma of bacon, sausage, fluffy eggs, and a whiff of delectable hash browns. Stop imagining. Get to McDonald's for the deluxe breakfast platter, because nobody has ever woken up to the fresh smell of cereal.
There is no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression, there is no fucking mindset in this football club.
See, throughout my career, I've wrestled in a lot of countries, but without a shadow of doubt, the United States of America is the greatest country of them all.
Wyndham impaled him. Look at this. This was drama, man.
Oh yeah, it went through the car and they get swept up into the F5.
They're not gonna. I mean, your car would not go through. They went through like 5 different.
You question this logic, bro?
I do.
103.8 FM Talk Radio.
All right, bringing it back. Oh, I don't have my near beer. Talk. I'm gonna get my beer.
Absolutely.
Welcome the people back.
People, thank you for coming, for staying on for the second half here of the podcast with Keith Pazel and myself, Adam Crocious. We are now watching Twister, a culminating scene in Twister where they're going to jump out of the... Here's the Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid moment, because they want this truck to go into the Category 5
It's the F5.
The F5. I keep botching up the name.
It's F8. They added a letter to the scale. FE. It's E5.
Oh,
like
E5.
EF, yeah. Because
EF5.
Some random fucker added some technology to it, so they gave him his name.
So, and the truck's going to get sucked up into the tornado, and then they're going to collect all the data from the soda can.
Yep, Dorothy.
Here we go. Look
Dorothy's
at this.
flying. Look how excited they get.
It's very Spielbergian.
Yeah.
Listen to the song. They're going to kick. Look at the data we're gonna get.
She's flying! Baby, she's flying!
See, he's, you know.
She's flying, man!
He's getting a check, you know.
Very popular! Baby, she's flying!
Look how excited she gets about data.
It's Christmas time!
I'm already getting a reading! Who'd have thought that the climax of this movie would be like, look at all this data.
I know, it's just, we're just weather nerds, you know.
We got to, well, now they're actually got to run from the tornado.
Yeah, hightail it away. Oh, boy.
Oh, they cut to commercial. That was a good set of suspense. Whoever edited these commercials in, they did a good job. You know, there's probably some dumb fucking professional whose only job it is to be like, well, it's best to cut to commercial when the high peak of emotion or whatever the fuck.
Of course. Because, yeah, it's going to end now.
I'm a commercial break engineer. Some bullshit like that.
I'm sure that's someone's job. They probably get paid relatively well, too. Like enough to have a middle-class life, you know?
Oh, like who picks where commercials go in TV shows?
They don't get a pick. So all of that is pre-negotiated with contracts with the advertisers. And then you have a person who has to stick in the tape and press the play and get it to go.
So they're just like,
oh, yeah.
And then they decide you need this many in the quarter hour.
Yeah.
They probably just do it equally because I know how long is this. So this is 7:30, 8:39, 2.5 hours.
Exactly.
So this is probably actually an hour and 40 minutes of TV. So they got about almost an hour of commercial breaks.
Jesus.
So they probably just say, okay, how are we going to split up about 55 minutes of commercials in an hour and 40 minutes? So you just divide it up equally. Like every 10 or so minutes, you got to throw a commercial break in here.
Well, they always, the first commercial is always the long. You get the first 18 minutes of the movie, and then you get your first commercials. Then you get like the next wave, which is a little bit more commercials. And then by the third or fourth wave, it's long commercial breaks. But I kind of like watching TV that way because it's like they make the decision for you. Passive TV is fine.
I get a lot of like
it works for my mind.
I get a lot of free subscriptions to shit like my Sprint. I get free Hulu.
Yeah,
but since it's free, it's all like fucking. It's all like ad based. Like you kind of have to watch ads, and I don't hate it. You get to walk away for 2 minutes. I don't like the pressure. I love going to the movie, but when you gotta piss.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm holding a fucking turtle head in because I'm enthralled by the Joker. I want to be able to pause it.
Yeah, exactly.
I really think when people really get used to it, the idea of going to a movie, like just paying $30 for a Disney Plus movie, people are going to be like, yeah, I want to do that so much more. You don't need a movie theater.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's one of those old, it's almost like a...
I mean, this is where I feel
it's old. So antiquated to me.
Yeah, honestly, and I agree with you. I mean,
to go to the moving picture house.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, the weekend summer releases, I used to get the newspaper. The summer of 1983, I knew every date the movie was going to be released.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love that shit. Like, I love the movies. I'm just saying it doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right because the technology is so good now too. You have a totally good theatrical experience in your living room. As I pitch for the new software of something.
The first thing, so we're getting into this week in TV history. I'll try and get through this in the last hour. That's the big journey of this fucking show. Is like, can we get through this week in TV history?
Sure.
So big one.
Let's do it. Yeah.
1988. Crow, where were you when the first episode of Murphy Brown aired on CBS?
I was my first year in college at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. It was my sophomore year in college. I had transferred that summer from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh to the University of Wisconsin-Madison. So I was in Whitty Hall that year. I was in love. It was the first time I ever actually truly was attracted, and it felt reciprocated ever, truly, with a girl, young woman.
What's her name?
Maggie Heike. If you only
what
knew.
A weird Wisconsin name.
I know. Was she
Maggie Heike.
She got the jokes.
Phil
as
Heike.
you know, a prerequisite you have to get the jokes. And I remember her roommate was like insanely jealous of my presence.
Why? Because you were so awesome.
Well, no, not at all. Because
I'm so
I was taking attention. No,
he's
actually,
so cool
because I'm a total dork
with his rat tail mullet.
I mean, listen, dude. If you think I'm a dork now, oh my god, oh boy. But I remember getting my heart ripped out by her. I've only had my heart ripped out 3 times, and that was the first time it ever happened.
Oh, look at that. 1965, Days of Our Lives premieres.
Oh, dun,
still on.
Absolutely. Running strong.
66, Reagan elected governor of California.
I think we talked about that last week.
Oh, did we? Okay. Then I'm a day
That's okay.
late.
It's
No, Crow. God damn it. I quit. No, I'm kidding. I think I went too late. I think I went ahead too far.
It's okay, man. Yeah, what else happened?
Some good
They're
stuff.
outrunning the tornado.
Oh,
are they going to get
Sesame.
on these wild horses? And
Yeah. And they make no, like, these fucking horses would be ripped up. There's fucking debris like a motherfucker. There was tractors spinning around in that fucking tornado.
Yep.
Like she would have gotten a 2x4 fucking split through the back of her head.
When those planks are coming off, you can't run in that weather. That's
they
a
wouldn't
strong
have,
wind.
Yeah,
you'd be on your ass.
They'd be getting sucked into the fucking tornado.
Yeah, absolutely.
1969, Sesame Street premieres on PBS.
Oh, I love Sesame Street.
It's a good show. It's on HBO now. They say fuck.
Really?
No.
I think so Morgan Freeman was on that, I think. He was.
Whoa. 1980, Dan Rather refuses to pay his cabbie. CBS pays $12.55 fare. That's insane. That's a moment in TV history. Was he late for TV or something?
Maybe Rather was loaded.
Let me try and find an article.
He and Harry Reasoner were tying it on.
This fucking Jew bag over here. Big Nixon supporter, that Dan Rather.
Well,
Here, let's put Twister on while I look. Dan Rather cab fare. Let's see. Cabbie no fare. This is a Washington Post article from 1980. Oh, fuck you with your unblock ads.
What was the Washington Post? Because I probably remember that because I lived in D.C. at the time. I lived in D.C.
Fuck your...
What happened?
It was in Chicago, the Dan Rather taxi thing.
Oh, interesting.
So CBS anchorman Dan Rather says he gladly would have paid $600 just to get out of the cab. The cabbie says the reason he wouldn't let Rather out was because the newsman didn't pay anything at all. The celebrated ride down Lakeshore Drive. Lakeshore Drive.
Exactly.
It's a good song. I tripped acid. On
LSD.
I was on LSD.
Yeah.
On LSD listening to that song.
Absolutely.
When shit like that happens, that's the kind of stuff where you're like, God's real.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
absolutely.
a real Lord Jesus, and I've eaten him tonight.
Well, there ain't no road just like it anywhere I go.
Let's see.
Turkle's house.
What's up?
He was going to Stubbs Turkle's.
Oh, yeah. We were going to go smoke opium under a shot glass.
And the cabbie got lost. And the cabbie was like, you sit back, I'll tell you where you're going. And Dan Rather was like, no, I'm Dan Rather.
Yeah. The cab driver said the dispute flared after he could not find the address Rather gave. And this is pre-Google. You had to know. I could understand. You're a goddamn cabbie. You're fucking...
Yeah.
You Azerbaijani trash.
I mean,
whatever.
Listen, they would not survive this. Okay.
Rather said Phillips initially showed no hostility, but as he drove toward the difficult-to-find destination, he became increasingly abusive, muttering obscenities. When he passed the street I'd given him, he started speeding. I begged him to let me out, and he said, "Sit back, I'll tell you where you're going." That's hilarious.
That's a classic, like, prick Chicago cab driver. Couldn't you see that happen? It's so
That's
easy
great.
to see that. Absolutely.
Sit back.
Hey, listen, okay? Hey, I don't care what you're on there, you know.
Rather.
Basically, Dan Rather got out of the cab and didn't pay his fare, and then filed a complaint with the driver's board. And then only after he filed the complaint did he realize he didn't pay.
$12.55. Let me look at the conversion rate.
Said that it would send a check to the cab driver.
$12.55 in 1980. That's probably like a
$30 cab fare.
Yeah, I'd say maybe $30, $35.
I'm looking.
Yeah. You know, that's he's paying.
Oh, come on. I don't give a fuck what it is in euros. They don't have old-timey fucking money periods.
What year was that?
1980. 40 years ago.
Look at that. How do you feel?
That makes me feel old.
Look at it. It's a I never realized that. So that getting out is a reverse. It's because her family didn't get to do that.
Exactly. So
yeah.
She,
they're all untouched and not. Look at the horses. Goodbye, horses.
What happened to the horses?
It's $40.
Yeah.
I could see how you'd want that.
Hey, listen, pal. I need my $40. You can afford that. You're on the 16 minutes.
That's hilarious.
Some Chicago cabbie.
1998, Star Trek Insurrection came out. That's probably when you were done with them, right?
No, I actually saw that in the theater.
That's fun.
At Webster Place. That's the truth.
Let's see. Look at this. You'll love this. 2017, BB, and this matches who I'm about to mention was on Gossip Girl just a minute ago. 2017, BBC removes drama from Christmas lineup after one of its stars, Ed Westwick, accused of rape by 2 women.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, man. And he does play a rapey guy in most of the things he's in. He's British.
The shoe fits.
Yeah. And here's the thing, Crow. He's this British guy. He's a big guy who kind of talk like this.
Oh, so he's a Cockney guy, working class.
But
okay.
In Gossip Girl, he's Chuck Bass, and he talks like this. Hello, Nathaniel.
Oh, but actually, he's
like a fucking...
He's a Cockney dude.
Yeah, he talks like Adele.
Yeah, yeah. That was always like you were stretching out as a British actor in the '60s when you were playing Cockney. I tell you what.
It's the easiest British accent to do.
When I've traveled in England a couple different times, I cannot understand British English. There are so many slangs and so many idioms, and there's so many bizarre different accents. I couldn't fucking understand it. And I had to ask them to repeat themselves like 3 and 4 like on the phone. Like, what are you speaking? And like the northern accent is kind of a hillbilly accent. I could not follow English.
What is 1963 phrase? 1963, Brian Epstein and Ed Sullivan sign a 3-show contract for the Beatles. Like, they don't do show contracts anymore. Crow, you're going to high-five me on this one. 1985, first AIDS-themed TV movie, An Early Frost, screens in the U.S. on NBC.
That was huge. That was a huge movie.
Well, and people were...
Aidan Quinn.
Well, people were probably like, we're finally going to get the skinny on AIDS.
Well, it was just,
through Lonesome Dove's Aidan Quinn or whatever the fuck.
It would not, you didn't talk about it. It was a hush-hush disease because, homophobia was alive and well in the mid-'80s. It was alive and well. Here?
This is Eli Roth's History of Horror.
So, yeah, Aidan Quinn. And I don't know, it was a drama. It was very much a drama, heavy subject matter talking about.
Let's climax out on. Let's put it on for here.
27 Dresses.
I'm just gonna flick shit on.
So again, what did she do with Brothers McMullen? With McLaughlin not paying your bills?
Yeah.
Not
fucking
picking up your tab?
McGillicuddy Miss School.
Well, what was her thing?
Film.
What did she do?
She's like the constant bridesmaid.
But her actual personality, she's just always complains
she
about
probably
her career.
was just like,
she complains about her career.
She makes, because as an actor, you accept roles.
Yeah.
And then from the vibe I get, she just thought it would lead to more like, I'm going to be on Grey's Anatomy, which is a show I think I should be the star of in the first place.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go do movies. Fuck these TV show rats.
Yep.
And then she ended up just being Gerard Butler's fucking bitch for 9 movies in a row. And then she left rom-coms to like probably that's when you go to the theater and fucking build your cachet as an actor back up.
Yep.
And then she went back to rom-coms because she realized like, well, people didn't respect me, but I was making $27 million a movie. So I'm going to go back to doing that.
Yeah.
But then people were like, well, rom-coms kind of are done. Like they're I don't even really like it. And I used to be rom-com guy. And I feel like it's the one breakup. You go through one breakup where you're just like, this is bullshit. Like these movies are bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to watch this horse shit anymore.
Yeah. The rom-coms, I have never liked them.
I loved them as a kid. Chasing Amy is one of my favorite movies of all time. The Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah.
But even that's got a little more edge to it. But even like the movie Boys and Girls was a big one of mine with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Claire Forlani.
Man.
Do you remember that flick?
No.
So the plot of that movie.
But I do, but I've repressed
the plot
it.
of that movie is Freddie Prinze Jr. is this fucking dork. And
we've talked about this before.
I don't think so. He meets her throughout his life. Like the movie starts with them meeting at the airport. He's afraid to fly and he's on a plane as a little fucking braced fucking 12-year-old. And she's sitting next to him and she teaches him how to relax. And then they meet again in high school and he's the mascot and she's the prom queen. And then they meet again in college and they develop a friendship over talking about their relationships. And then you have the moment where like another character is like, you guys are in love. And oh no. And then the movie ends with him flying somewhere and she gets on the plane. And like they have this big moment where
they connect.
Well, yeah, it's like the beginning of the movie where he starts like they have their big I love you moment. She tells him I love you in Latin because that's her big knock throughout the movie as she's in college studying Latin and he makes fun of her because she's like, what the fuck are you going to do with that? It's a dead language. So she says I love you in Latin. And the whole time she's doing her soliloquy, the stewardess is like, you need to sit the fuck down. Like we're about to de-runway this plane because your stupid cunt ass is fucking holding everything up. That's the most logical part of the movie where like the stewardess is just like, you need to sit the fuck down. Like I don't care what's happening right now. So then finally one random person, the person sitting next to him is just like, I think you need to like the whole plane, like someone gives up a seat. So then the movie ends with him. It's all well and good. They're in love.
Sounds horrible.
It's a great movie.
Literally.
I kind of want to watch it now.
I literally, it's.
Boys and Girls with Freddie Prinze Jr.
God.
So then the movie ends like
Boys
it begins.
And girls,
He's finally got the girl and he starts having a panic attack again. And she gives him because at the beginning of the movie she goes, just breathe and count or whatever. And he's just like, that's not going to work. I'm a little know-it-all little kid. And then he starts to do the same thing. Like she's like, just breathe. And he's like, that's not going to. And then she goes, trust me. And then he breathes and like he's fine.
They finally,
yeah,
because trust is the foundation of love.
Yes.
Wow, what an insight! Wow, that is such a complex, textured. What I never would have. I really.
Also, there's a moment in the movie too, because he's this shelled up dork. They kind of do a reverse She's All That, which is a movie he's in too, because he's got this bowl haircut and glasses, and he wears like sweaters over fucking collared shirts.
Sounds like me.
And then they do a time pass in the movie where like a semester has passed, because even in college they sporadically meet up with. It's kind of like you bump in like I've run into this person every month, but when we bump into each other, we talk for a while.
Yeah,
like that's how it is.
You chat.
And when they do the time jump, his hair's cut. He's got like a fucking frosted tip hawk.
So he's
shit.
like cool looking,
and he's gotten a little cooler.
Yeah.
And there's this scene where she takes him out because they go to Berkeley, and they go to this club where they it's like, and I think they used to have these. It's a club where everyone's doing a synchronized dance, but it starts naturally. Like someone starts dancing and then someone else just starts copying him.
Yeah.
And then the rule of like, if you go on the dance floor, you just got to copy. And then eventually you get a whole dance floor of people doing the same dance. and they have that, like, a big part of that movie is the dance scene where fucking they're like, he's just standing there like a fucking wet blanket, and Claire Forlani's out there. You can see her nips through her shirt.
Oh yeah, baby got front.
And then they finally get him out there, and he fucking starts dancing and shit.
Yeah, it sounds horrific.
It's a great movie.
Of course, it's terrible. It sounds awful. You know, and the whole it just explains because the human heart is such a mystery. But you know something, I relate to the characters because I was once a little nerdy dork.
Oh, dude, he gets so upset. He gets so bummed, so they fuck.
Sounds like me.
That like 3/4 of the way of the movie, they finally fuck. Yeah. And he like is like, this is it. And he wakes up in the morning, he's ready to make breakfast for her and shit.
Oh, don't do that.
And she's like, I'm going to go. Like, she sneaks out. She goes, I'm going to go to class. And the whole movie, she never goes to class. And after they fuck, she goes, I'm going to go to class. And he's just like, you never go to class. And she was like, yeah, that's why I need to go to class. And he starts like overdoing it. And then that causes the big I love you breakup of like, you wanted this the whole time. I'm going to pull that up, dude. I'm going to pull up the fucking
horrific.
I'm going to pull up the fucking Boys and Girls fucking Golden Gate Bridge meltdown.
What year was that?
This has to be, it's after American Pie because Jason Biggs is in it. And
it's like what, 2002 or something?
Yeah.
Oh man, it sounds horrible. It sounds like a complete. It sounds horrific.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll watch it, but I mean, you know, because whatever. What else am I gonna do with my life?
I'm just gonna see what of that movie they have out.
You know, it's Josh Cheney, former Chicago comic, went up at the elevator a lot. This guy, the bearded guy here, he was upset with me because I bitched about the Bears and how much I hate the Bears.
We're back. I gotta get a sound clip so I know we're there. That's Hollywood for you right there.
Okay,
That's
so
Hollywood shit.
Boys and Girls.
So I got the trailer for the movie Boys and Girls. I wanted to find you the big broken-hearted soliloquy under the Golden Gate Bridge, and a couple other things, but they don't have. This movie's not clipped out on YouTube, which I've said I am gonna fix. I'm gonna make that along with I want my big ultimate YouTube video I want to make that will ultimately break me from the algorithm. Is every moment in The Sopranos that Tony Soprano is breathing through his nose, where he's so much, dude. He breathes out of his nose so much. It'll be 2 hours long.
I'm breathing. Like he's acting by,
where it'll be some moment of silence, and he's
because he's.
So this is the trailer for Boys and Girls.
Okay.
So year 2000.
PG-13. So it's got a little bit of.
Oh yeah, I got this. I don't got it up.
With women.
Hey, want to go get a cup of coffee?
I don't think that you and I really click.
I was just talking about getting a cup of coffee. I don't know, maybe decaf for you.
Until he met his new college roommate.
If you're waiting for a girl to just walk over and do all the work, you got another thing coming, okay? They don't do things that way. Trust me.
Excuse me, is your name Ryan?
So, Crow, this is an important moment for me. This scene is when I finally realized that the Blair Witch Project was fake. Because that blonde girl who walked up was in the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
And up until then, I was like, that might have been like real. Because they made the actors not fucking be in movies for a little. Like they said, like, you have to kind of go away. Like, we want to sell that you're dead. So when I saw this, I kind of heard stories that like people would be like, no, it was fake. No, they used real stuff. But then when I finally saw this, I was like, okay, it's a movie.
What are the odds?
They're finding out what lines work and which ones don't.
Question, exactly how far can you bend over?
Every woman looks at me like I'm their best friend, a brother.
Ooh, that's the kiss of death.
And they're discovering what happens to friends when going for it.
Why don't you drop the cool guy act and go tell Jennifer how you really feel about her?
They don't like
too
that.
Far.
Are you in love with him? What are you talking about? We're just friends.
Now it's taking a different turn.
Oh, you know Ryan's in your bed right now.
Yeah.
You know he's naked, right?
Yeah.
Best thing for you to do is just forget it ever happened. Forgotten yet? No.
Now it's taking a really different direction. Now you.
This is like the whole movie in one.
Claire Forlani.
What else has she been in again?
The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Ladies, Can I walk you to your next?
Meet Joe Black. She was in Meet Joe Black. Wow. She showed her titty balls in Meet Joe Black. She was in Mallrats, the Kevin Smith movie Mallrats.
Yeah.
I loved Claire Forlani.
Yeah. Wow. This looks terrible.
Oh, that's the whole movie.
And that's what happens when you do this.
This
thing
is free. This It's a Boy Girl thing is free on YouTube. Okay, you can go back to TV. Can you change it back to TV, please? I'm sorry, you're done being a producer. The remote's over there behind the red wall, and I
understand.
You know,
it's you know,
so
it's boys and girls, and we're not getting along. And look,
this has
at
been
me,
a
changed.
fruitful.
I'm not a dork anymore.
This has been a fruitful TV history segment.
Absolutely, I would agree. So
let's get back into it. Let's
So,
see
yeah,
what else we got.
So do we think we had a little political conversation? Do we think?
Well, there's some fun stuff happening. So we have interesting topics, TV wise and time period wise for you. So we have season 4 of The Crown coming out. It's a good show, dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched The Crown?
No, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
And season 4 is going to be the Princess Diana years. Who's that famous? She won the Oscar recently. Everybody loves her because she giggles when she fucking gives her. She's that British lady. Oh, what the fuck? Who the fuck's playing the Queen in season 4 of The Queen?
Oh, the Queen, the British Empire. Well, no, the sun will never set on the British Empire with the most dominant culture on the planet. I don't know what that
good
voice
culture.
is. Is that
Here we go.
The 19th century. That was England's day in the sun.
So, what the fuck? Why isn't she? Olivia Colman is going to play Queen Elizabeth.
And what else was she in?
She was fucking... I actually think she played another British royal in the movie she won the Oscar for.
They all just interchange and play British royals, you know?
So she's in the show Fleabag, which rules. Let's see. She won The Night Manager. And then, she played Queen Elizabeth too in fucking... what the fuck? What movie? The Favorite. She was in The Favorite.
Okay.
That would be the one. That's the first movie I saw. The Murder on the Orient Express, The Iron Lady, The Lobster.
She was in the
Hot Fuzz.
She was in Iron Lady with Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
So Meryl, because she played Thatcher.
I mean,
It's
she's a
actually
very
decent movie.
serious actress.
Yeah.
I think she's done some like TV. Everybody's a comedian in England, so.
Yeah, they all got their little comedic, their quirks.
You know, we do a routine. We go to routine. But Gillian Anderson is playing Princess Diana.
Wow. From X-Files?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they got her looking just like her, kind of.
Good for that. Good for her. Yeah, I mean, she was a name for a long time.
We're still through season 1, though. We got to catch up. Because season 1 and 2 is the same lady. It's that Claire Foy chick.
Who plays...
Queen Elizabeth. Because it's her throughout her life.
Yeah,
like when the show
younger
starts,
version, yeah.
It's her starting and then her kind of establishing herself. And then I forget who was in season 3.
Wow. You're the queen. You're the queen of England.
Yeah.
You know? What a life. The queen.
They just need to get rid of it.
Well, I mean, they don't make any like political decisions, really.
Oh, I know. That's why it's so stupid. Then the people fucking pay taxes to fund their fucking asses.
I think that they also have a lot of real estate interests.
Yeah,
they're
like
very wealthy.
fucking, and they're
very wealthy.
The child molesting Illuminati's probably funding them.
Well, what's his face, man?
That Ghislaine Maxwell was all in the British Royals, and Prince Andrew.
Oh yeah, Prince Andrew. Yeah, he was
his sweating ass.
God, what a bizarre, subculture. Didn't they rip Epstein's mansion down? They buried it. They ripped it down. I think it just happened recently, like in the past couple months.
So we got a birth in 1960. Gay actor Stanley Tucci was born.
You still insist on?
I'm making it happen.
Yeah, I think he has like 5 children. I mean, it's like he likes women. You know?
I know. He sniffs the mug. He fucking. You're like very much defending him. 1946, Song of the South released. Walt Disney. It's a big moment in covering up our past.
Wow. Oh, looking back on slavery, it really wasn't that bad.
Rosy-colored glasses.
Isn't that the...
I love how
the genre that they created.
Basically,
with that,
Well, yeah, that's like Walt Disney's big thing is like he tried to people look at it now as like he tried to rewrite history, but it's like, no, I think he just didn't want kids fucking knowing about slavery.
Yeah, being bummed out about it.
It's so weird that they add new stuff to this because it's like 2019 Disney Plus launches.
Slavery. What a bizarre time.
Yeah.
God.
Those are the slaves. They got slaves keeping Disney Plus online. You think those hard drives stay on fucking normally?
Yeah.
They got children with bloody fucking soldering iron fucking ridden hands keeping those hard drives.
The smell of those
keeping those hard
solder
drives alive.
Just burning.
Pocking their face up.
Yeah, just look at the extras back
They
there.
solder their own finger wounds closed.
Is this their big like kind of moment when they realize it?
Get over here.
Get over here. We're gonna dance.
Ooh, they got that fucking shit music. They got that fucking belly rubbing music in there.
Have some white berry white. It's the whitest berry white you can have. You know, this is satisfying, isn't it?
She's wearing a black
So
dress because it's the
fucking
funeral of her hagdom. She's not a fucking hag anymore.
Annie Hall is a good romantic comedy.
Annie Hall's great. It's just too bad it's got that rape taint on it now.
You know, well, Manhattan is that one. Manhattan is actually Manhattan is his best movie, I think, of that
that's
era of
pretty
Woody
good.
Allen. Manhattan's great, but that's when he is like basically he's dating. He's telegraphing his life. Like, oh yeah, I'm 49. I'll be dating an 18-year-old.
Here's a big milestone. 1965. Director Kenneth Tynan says the word fuck on BBC. It's the most gentle fuck. Fuck. He probably said it so fucking...
I must say.
Fuck. We could play... that's a video. Alex Trebek died. Did we talk about Alex Trebek dying on the last episode?
Yeah, that we did not because it didn't happen. I think it happened this week.
Yeah.
It happened early this week.
Feels so long ago.
Yeah, well, the world is now.
So there's a Twitter video of him. Let me try and pull this up. Alicia sent it to me on Twitter. It's a blooper of him cussing during filmings of fucking Jeopardy. It's just great. It's classic.
Where he like botched something up because he's such a machine.
Speaking of Gerard Butler, he was born this week in 1969.
Wow, he's
that
my age.
old fuck.
He's my age.
How does that make you feel?
I am definitely feeling older. There's no doubt about it. I mean, again, this back thing is messing me up. You know. Which is kind of uncool. I don't like it.
God damn it. All right, we're not going to get it. I got a fucking... I don't got phones available. But it's just basically...
Never going to get it.
It's basically Alex Trebek saying fuck a bunch. Which, you know, who doesn't love that?
Is this Catherine? Is she getting... Oh, they're getting married a year later. Oh, look what look at it. This is so fucking...
Are they doing the switch? Are they doing the fucking...
Oh, it's just... It makes you feel good, doesn't it? Because getting married's a good thing.
The weddings are fun, man. Look how short that guy was.
Weddings are... We're gonna get... I've been in a couple
Jeff
weddings.
Daniels is her father or some shit.
Fold a place card or hold their dress while they peed.
She learned her lesson. Let's
Everything
listen.
was perfect, and I didn't care.
It has to be
Right then,
perfect.
The only thing that mattered
It has to be
was the
perfect.
person waiting for me.
Because if
at
it's
the end of
not
the aisle.
perfect, the world will stop rotating.
My sister broke her
has to
tooth in
be.
half the night before her wedding. She got drunk at her bachelorette party and fell face down on the floor. She would not be having that running through her head before she went up.
Yeah. It's gonna be a perfect day when we all get married.
Malin Ackerman is banging behind her, dude. The chick from Watchmen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's behind her. She's Svetish.
Dearly beloved,
it's so
we are gathered
bad.
here today to join Jane Nichols, Kevin Doyle, and Holy Matrimony.
Holy fucking matrimony. What do you got? I'm holding vases of flowers? Jesus Christ.
It turns out I was right about one thing.
Oh, that's old girl that's Kate Ritter.
I
That's
knew
Kristen
they'd all be
Ritter.
there
She
for me
overdoses
someday.
on heroin and fucking
in life.
in Breaking Bad.
Are these all the people that she dressed?
Those are the fucking bridesmaids. All the people she
They've all
bridesmaided
come
for.
to help. Look at that. Isn't that just a great ending? It just makes me feel good. They've all come back. I mean, it's just so satisfying. What a fucking stupid movie. God, seriously, pure crap. Pure crap. I mean, who is? It's so bad.
No, get into it.
It's just bad. It's not bad. I mean, they're good actors. They're doing their thing. But I just find this content and the scripts are so stupid. And
this next one shows you how awful TV was in the 60s. U.S. premiere of film version of Morris L. West bestseller The Shoes of a Fisherman.
Yes, we'll be watching The Shoes of a Fisherman tonight. Well, the programming, I think it would have been cool to work in TV back then because, they were just all popping pills.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Shit,
Speaking of, we watched a movie about the Adolf Eichmann trial.
Oh,
about the guy who directed the Adolf Eichmann trial. It was this Jewish guy.
Oh, yeah.
People were passing out during that trial, that were directing it when the victims were telling their stories, and they showed a big part of it was he wanted to show Eichmann's face the whole time because he was like, no, he's going to crack and you're going to see emotion out of him. And the reverse happened, but it helped because the whole time Eichmann was hearing these stories and kind of cracking smiles and not fucking reacting.
Yeah.
And I read stuck quotes that he said were he was happy when he found out exactly how many Jews they killed in the Holocaust. That's a thing I'm going to be prideful about for the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And they said the term the banality of evil was created to describe Adolf Eichmann.
The banality. Yeah, just how it was just so matter of fact. Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. No, absolutely. I think he said he took pride in it, it was an accomplishment. It's wow. I wonder where hate can be so justified. Where it's just I guess you've made a decision and that's it. That group is going down. Which is amazing to actually get to that point. What a crazy time to be alive. Where they were, because whatever they were not trusted, and they were Marxists, but they were also property owners too. So it was they had to be, they were just a threat.
This had to be a big
crazy
lineup moment. 1989, Batman film is released on videotape.
89?
Yeah.
Wow. That was shortly after the movie was out.
I think it might have been the first, we're going to put this on tape right away.
Absolutely. Or one of the first. Absolutely.
To get the we're not making the money anymore. Let's get this on tape right now.
Yeah, keep it going. Yeah, and get it out there. Yeah, and you can watch it at home for 1995.
Dude, VHSs used to be the shit back in the day.
Oh,
my
absolutely.
dad had Caddyshack on VHS that I guess my mom, it was $99 or something like that. Wow. Or $50. It was his Christmas present.
Yeah.
He got one VHS.
Yeah, which would now be sold for 99 cents.
And it was in one of those big plastic crack open VHS
absolutely.
Cases.
Yeah, it had liner notes or something.
Huge.
You could read it. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. It could weather a storm.
The tape
it could weather a twister.
Oh, in case you want to bring your copy of fucking of Caddyshack with you on the go.
On the road.
Yeah.
Is that Dwight Yoakam?
Hell yeah, that's Dwight Yoakam.
It's Dwight Yoakam. Is
this
Wedding
is
Crashers?
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, I saw this in the theater.
Did you really?
Yeah, I actually.
I did too.
Moderately funny, it was funny enough. Is that Rebecca DeMure? Is that Rebecca?
Well, this is
DeMornay?
I don't know. It's not even important. They're done after this. This is just the opening scene.
Exactly.
That is Dwight Yoakam, though.
Wow.
I think
he looks old there.
I think. Well,
it can't be Dwight.
There.
That's him? Is that Dwight Yoakam?
He's probably not credited. It might not be because I don't think Dwight Yoakam would be just in a scene.
Yeah, exactly. But that guy is somebody.
It's a Dwight Yoakam looking motherfucker.
Yeah,
for
sure.
He looks like Dwight. He looks like Dwight Yoakam and Dax Shepard put together,
combined
into
one.
A human.
See, I thought that was Rebecca
no.
DeMornay.
No.
From a Risky Business.
Not everything.
She still had a career. Is it?
Ooh, Home Alone 2. This is a good one. I love a good concept of children fooling adults. That's what every CW show, that fucking Gossip Girl show. They're 15, 16 years old and they go to bars in fucking Eastern Manhattan and shit.
Of course. Yeah, there was.
They drink colorful drinks.
Can you imagine being a teenager in Manhattan would be an experience. You'd be growing up in a hurry, It would be a different life, man.
Oh, look, this is where he sees him. He gets caught. The M on the fucking hand. It is Dwight Yoakam? Look at that. Man, how hurting was Dwight Yoakam?
He looks old there.
Well, yeah, he's probably 60.
Well, no, but he was in like Panic Room like 3 years before this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, not this. Dwight Yoakam.
Panic.
Yeah. Well, and also, yeah, fucking, how long ago? Wedding Crashers was 05, right?
Yeah.
It was 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
05 was a good shot of movies. Like, Wedding Crashers, you had 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
Borat came out in 05. Batman Begins came out in 05.
I think Borat came out in 06.
Got some super
Begins
bad.
happened in 05.
It was the same era.
Yeah, that was a maturation in the comic. I will say, I watched the first half of Joker, and I was like, this is a good movie.
It's a great movie.
I think it shows that, you know, the devolution, whatever, the mental breakdown, you know, of someone. Plus, if you're a comic, it really hits home, I think.
Because we're all clowns.
Because you meet people like that who are mentally ill doing stand-up. That's why I think I interpret it on a very literal plane. You meet people who are genuinely that mentally ill.
Sometimes I love a good Hallmark mystery movie because they throw a little bit of edge
twist.
in there. A horse gets killed or something like that.
Well, that happened in Twister. Didn't that happen in Twister?
The horses end up fine. They end up fine.
They look totally healthy. It's like that wouldn't happen. They would be
Bell Bride.
turned into glue.
A wedding planner finds romance with a handsome local after traveling to a remote town in Alaska, finding a rare flower for a celebrity client.
Oh, God. That's what I have to do. This is my job, okay? Jada Pinkett Smith wants me to go to Alaska and find a certain flower. Oh, my life is so difficult.
This one, Crow. A woman tries to coordinate her son's Christmas Eve wedding with help from the bride's uncle.
By the way, Christmas Eve wedding, I'll never
what a
get
bad
married,
idea.
But to have a Christmas themed
taking
wedding,
everybody away, not even Christmas themed, a wedding
during Christmas.
On Christmas.
Yeah, well,
you're prying everybody away from their family. I got to buy Christmas gifts for my shit family and then pay to go to your wedding.
There's a
asshole.
weird selfish indulgence in that, you know. Just get married by a justice of the peace and tell people later and have a
go
party.
to the show
and then,
Instagram
and then have a party. You know?
Instagram the certificate. It'll be great.
You know, whatever. You just do that. That's all you do.
So something I found out this week that made me giggle and made you giggle. Kamala Harris used to date Montell Williams.
Exactly.
I didn't even need to read anything beyond that. I just
amazing.
like. Was it during the height of the show? What if it was just some random fucking hookup?
Well, I think he was like a motivational speaker too. I mean, his show was pretty popular. He had a run.
Oh, he motivated. Oh, Montell Williams was the shit. Yeah. Montell Williams, fucking. Who was
Byron Allen?
No, who was the other talk show guy that he's got a show on fucking Fox now? Donahue, Phil Donahue.
Oh, Phil Donahue was huge. He was the original. He was the original Oprah.
Yep, I was gonna say he was Oprah before Oprah.
Absolutely, there would have been no Oprah without Phil Donahue. And then there were so many knockoff shows that just lasted.
Ricky Lake, Jenny fucking Jones.
Do you remember when Tempest Bledsoe, who was the
no,
she was
she's like super alt-right now.
She was like one of the Cosby kids. She had a show. Candace Owens, I think it was Candace Owens. You think of alt-right?
No, yeah, that's Candace Owens. But
Candace Owens.
Tempest Bledsoe is. She's like a contributor to Fox News. She's like one of the people of color they pull out whenever they need to have. We're not racist. We have Tempest Bledsoe.
They're actually more palatable than OAN. OAN is just. I mean, they just go after all the. I mean, like I bet you Mikey Manker watches OAN.
Oh, I'm sure he probably He probably thinks Fox News is the fucking liberal media.
I mean, OAN is like. I mean, the narratives they put, it's just directly from Trump's mouth. And it's so mean-spirited. And they're like, on the left are the most mean-spirited human beings ever, saying things like ever. You know, I mean, they make these dramatic kind of statements like that where it's like, holy shit. And I don't know I think that they're doing that to put it back in the face of quote-unquote liberals who say that about Trump and how he's the worst ever and everyone who surrounds him is the worst ever. But the difference is that's the truth. Because the people that surround Donald Trump are horrific human beings, okay? It's the worst our society has to offer.
Oh, wow.
And even they're falling off the ship. They know.
We got a 1993 biopic of Bruce Lee.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think his kid plays him. His kid plays him.
Yeah, Jason Lee.
I think he dies in the filming of this. He gets shot.
No, that's The Crow.
The Crow was
The Crow.
The Crow
That's
was
one of
like
my favorite movies of all time.
Crow's a good movie.
I love The Crow.
It's very dark.
I walked very broody for the whole summer after I saw The Crow.
Absolutely, because it was like, man, it was deep and it was dark.
All you need is
it was rock and roll.
All you need
industrial.
is a long leather jacket and a mission.
Yeah,
to live your life
like The Crow.
Yeah. He was alive for 24 hours. He had to avenge his fucking lover.
Yeah, it was like filmed in dark Detroit and All's Angels Night. And did you ever see the sequel with
Devil's Night? I've seen every Crocious. I fucking
Crow.
love him.
I've seen The Crow.
I've read the comic book. I have the original graphic novel. I've met the guy who wrote it. He's the most depressing dude you'll ever meet. Because the whole basis of him writing The Crow is his girlfriend got murked off by a drunk driver.
Oh.
And he wrote the book to grieve. It's like a total process of grieving.
Oh, that is sad. So it's based on the true story. Wow, that's horrible.
In the comic book,
I almost got clipped today walking across the street,
dude. It's
it's
dangerous walking around here. There's a lot of psychopaths.
This guy, like I was like, he pulled off the street and it was like, you're fucking nuts, man.
You're a nut.
I was able to move though, even with my bad back. My bad back went away, and I took a couple of two quick steps, like boom, boom. I had to get across the street quick. I mean, he just turned on me. It came out of nowhere.
Hollywood, 1966.
What movie is this?
This is the Bruce Lee story.
Oh yeah, okay. This is what Hollywood 1966 looks like.
Everything was on a studio. Everything. That's I think the problem with. Why didn't they just realize on location? Like
it's expensive.
That was my problem with a lot of Bond movies. Of why I couldn't get on board. Where, like, you're watching it and you're like, that's clearly a cardboard wall behind them. Like, can't you go to a factory and film a scene? Like, how much could it possibly cost to find an empty fucking factory?
Yeah. And spruce it up a little bit.
And instead of building a fake stone, like, it looks so... How at the time could you have been like, this looks great?
Yeah. Well, again, it's probably about controlling costs.
I think that's why I can't
control it better.
I think that's why I can't get on board with Star Trek. Because it's just too much like, this is not space. They're in a cardboard fucking... cardboard spaceship.
The original Star Trek is hilarious.
It's so bad.
It's comedy. I love it.
It's so bad.
I watched one of the hippie episodes where
they go to a planet of fucking loose cannons.
Well, they have to transport this senator's son, but it's a total like ham-handed allegory for what was going on in the late 60s. And they basically, these hippies take over the ship through playing their hippie music,
Close it out on an episode of T.J. Hooker here.
Wow. Oh, yeah, these were known actors.
Wasn't fucking William Shatner T.J. Hooker?
That guy was in The Fog.
Look at Shat.
And he was also in he was in Halloween 3. That guy.
What's T.J. Hooker's thing?
Fatigue Hooker. He doesn't belong in the streets.
We're all a little uptight. It's the second time Dio's men have found us.
Talk about uptight. Wait till the DA finds out we've lost another witness.
We'll get Angie back. And when we do, she'll talk.
I need her.
I'll make her talk. I'll charm it out of her.
I think he was just a cop, an L.A. cop, just dealing with cop stories.
With a big fucking fur-lined jacket.
A little close up there.
I always wear my jacket. It's 90 degrees.
Yeah, it's Los Angeles. Well, climate change hasn't started happening yet.
Yeah, it was still temperate out here in L.A. What's a wildfire?
Figures. Parker's the leak.
Your buddy from Nam?
Your buddy from now.
What do they got? 9 cops going in that one car? Get in the back seat and buckle up. We're going on a trip.
Tommy D'Amico.
Their uniform, you have to admit it, their uniform looks looks SS like. The LA Police Department,
plain black
the
outfit.
black. I mean, there's an SS quality.
I mean, the
to
Chicago
it, you know?
Police Department nailed it with the baby blue tops. They look like referees from the early WWE.
You're right. You're right. And then they have like the white shirt is like a sergeant. He's a guy like he cracks skulls.
He's the guy who lies on TV when something happens.
You know something? I'll tell you about Richard Starsky.
You know, we apprehended. Upon apprehending, we found further that he had 47 weapons on his person. His children were.
You know, this neighborhood. We all know where we're at.
Yeah. He ain't no Derek Rose.
Oh, can you imagine being a Chicago cop, man? That would be a tough job, man.
Yeah.
That would be, and also, and just the people you got to work with.
Oh, and you probably just got to witness so many murders that you're just like, I can't say anything about this.
They have a high suicide rate, cops.
Skilling's going to find out about this. Again, I did not do anything.
Look at this. This is tense.
Yeah, let's see what they're saying. Oh, he fucking cocked him, dude.
Listen, your career is already down the tubes. You don't call Dio and his dogs off with Angie. You're going down with him. Accessory to murder one.
I can't, Hooker. I can't, please.
I can't, Hooker. I can't.
Then you better pray that we find her before they do.
Hooker was an actor, you know?
Yeah.
Shatner had a career. He just leaves him there and he looks at his knuckles.
You better pray. You better pray she still wants to fuck when I find her.
That's such an 80s, like the faux wood van. This is like me. This is like my junior high school years.
Was there any place?
This is early high school. I was still a virgin.
Look at, they got their big jackets in their lap. They're gentlemen. They took their big fur jackets off.
Who's this? Is this what child?
That's his fucking Chachi-like partner.
Yeah. Well, this guy was in Grease too.
That's a young Katherine Heigl right there.
Yeah, I wonder.
She got fucking TJ hooked as a kid.
That could be any hospital or doctor.
Or a father.
Oh man.
Angie said he was a
Do you need
a kid back
Do
then.
you need a daddy, little girl?
I used to look at 80s movies for advice on romance.
Yeah?
Like actually thinking like, wow, is this how it's
Did
done?
Annie Hall change your life in that way? Like when you saw Annie Hall where you're like, this is the boyfriend I'm going to be. I'm going to be Woody Allen except for I'm going to ask for consent.
Yeah, I botched it all up.
Yeah, not fuck your daughter.
I botched it all up. I made many a mistake in the field of love. I've realized this in the autumn of my years. Look at that dress.
Because she's a streetwalker. She's a goddamn trollop.
Look at this guy. Oh, yeah, this dude's been in stuff.
Look at that. Look at this. They're at the docks. Is this the port of L.A.?
Yeah, this is like Long Beach or something.
Yeah, it is Long Beach. Terminal Island. What a name for your docks. This is where me and you are going to end up. Working the docks, baby. You want to work the docks with me?
I bet you those are probably pretty paid gigs.
Oh, a good job, but you're really dealing with the fucking heel of life.
Oh, yeah.
Just calloused fucking human beings.
Yeah, hardened
I mean,
men.
when you work anywhere where you can work, where at any moment you can be crushed by a fucking
yeah,
you're just living life to the wind. They have no restraints.
I mean, the whole and you gotta unload like massive amounts of freight, and that stuff breaks from chains, you know, and like.
Plus, and it's real work you can take pride in. It's sad that you have to worry about death because you really should be proud of we're moving the goods. We're moving stolen Chinese cars.
Yeah, we are. This is commerce happening. We are fundamental. When you fly into LAX and you look out sometimes in the ocean, you can see all the ships coming in, like out to the horizon.
Yeah.
And it's a ship like every 5 miles. So there's literally like 20 or whatever, not 20 ships, but there's you can say, 14 ships going out to the horizon. That's how many ships are coming in, just to transport goods.
So one thing I wanted to get to though before we wrap things up.
Wrap it up a little bit. This guy
last night as a delivery driver, I want to get your fucking. I don't want to out you as a failure, but you fucking.
I like doing it.
That's such an LA thing. A lot of people are like, I'm a comedian. I make money doing comedy.
Yeah.
But so we ordered from Postmates twice. They had the special at Denny's, 2 breakfasts. 2 hamburgers and fries for like $35.
Yeah.
It was like a 4-person fucking apocalypse meal. 2 Postmates drivers stole that specific meal. We ordered it once. The guy picked it up and just went offline. So then she had to call, get her money back, and we reordered. And that guy said he delivered it and sent her a picture of just a black space, and the food was nowhere to be found. So then...
Wait, eat it?
We don't know.
That's bizarre.
So then...
Do your job.
And it's the same Denny's order. It's like they were like, hey, this people
are...
are...
a scam or something. You know? Denny's was in on it. Maybe.
So then we finally had Fat Burger. We got Fat Burger...
Oh, yeah.
We got
Good
that
choice.
DoorDash to us. We're never using Postmates again. They stink balls. Do you work for Postmates?
I have DoorDash and Postmates.
There you go.
You know.
Do you steal food?
No, of course not.
I'm kidding.
I do my job.
But put it through the chain.
Yeah.
That, you know.
I'm trying to get to
my co-host isn't happy.
If I do 200 Lyft drives by December 2nd, I make $2,500.
Oh, that was funny. You had that we could talk about. You had a Lyft passenger who said he was raped by a spirit.
Yeah.
And the second you said that, I go, that's fucking gay voodoo.
Yeah.
That's gay voodoo. Gay people are all about being touched by spirits and fucking former.
This dude.
I texted him and I go, Crow, I guarantee you that guy was also raped by a real person at some point in his life.
Absolutely. I mean, it was, we were in, I picked this woman up in Baldwin Hills in the hood. And we were driving over, and I had to pick up her friend who was like downtown, like near where I used to work. Like a really rough part, like kind of a rough, there's like a lot of homeless tent cities underneath the 10. So she's like, oh, we got to pick up a T. I was like, well, what's a T? Well, that's not his real name is Paul, but he goes by T. You'll see, he's kind of crazy. And I was like, okay. So, you know, pick him up. He was wearing his mask. That's all I give a shit about. Wear your fucking mask. I'm wearing my mask.
Do you plastic off? I took a lift
actually.
And a dude Velcro taped a complete plastic barrier around him. I was like, that's the shit, dude.
Yeah, no, I have not done that. I have not done that. That's why I got tested this week, and that I got tested the day after I gave a ride to this guy. He immediately was like, you know, girl, and he just immediately came in hot, telling that story out of the gate. Out of the gate, he tells that story.
He came in hot, bro.
I tell you, here's what happened. That my spirit, I got raped by my spirit. I'm trying to conjure my spirit up again because I liked it. He raped me, and I was like,
oh, that's the shit.
And I said, so who was the top and who was the bottom? And he thought that was hilarious. He laughed that I had that line. Like I knew the lingo. I was definitely the bottom. I tell you, my man pussy hurt. Right? I mean, he was talking about his man. It was like, oh my god. Yeah, I was like, oh my god. And he was sticking to the details. I was
mercy.
Like, you know, but you know, I just, you know, we all, you know, I've seen spirits since I was a child. You know, but I don't want to see a demon.
Sal.
But it was also like he was saying things like, I don't want to see a demon. I said, well, we all got our demons. Ain't that the truth? Like he immediately had a line when I said that. We all got our demons.
I was gonna say
it was like real cab story. You know,
you said he came in hot. I guarantee you he practiced it before he fucking got in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. He was going off. So I dropped him off, and he and the woman he was with, who was his fag hag friend, dropped him off, you know. But they both had masks on, which was a good thing.
Yeah.
And I wear my mask every time. And I always, well, whatever, I don't know. And then I don't know. That's the only thing I do. Just wear your mask.
Yeah.
You know? 2 people is the max in the car.
Dude, everyone at my work is not following. I was furious this week because people weren't following COVID protocols. The mall, Wednesday on Veterans Day, I'm pretty sure the mall let in more people than they were allowed to.
Yeah.
It was just packed. And people, I'm telling you, they got this loophole. They walk around with food because they know they don't have to wear their mask. You got all these young girls walking around with their boba teas in their mouth, the straw just always in their mouth, and their mask is on their chin. And I put this on Facebook, but my overall point, this is why places can't open. Because everyone is making the arguments of like, why can't comedy? All these places have the capabilities to open up and do it safe. Just let everybody open up and do it safe. And it's not about that. Everybody does have the capabilities to open. But I've seen it firsthand. These customers are not willing to follow rules.
Yeah.
They look at you like you're putting them into slavery by saying, put your mask over your nose.
Yeah.
You can't eat here. You can only stand here. I told a group of people, like, hey, unless you're sitting at a table with food in front of you, you can't have your mask off. And I was nicer about it. I go, hey guys, you know, just to let you know, if you don't actually have your food yet and you're sitting down, you can't have your mask. Like, I kind of just need you to put those up for me.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, can you make it any more uncomfortable for us?
Yeah.
He goes, we just bought a bunch of food.
Yeah.
And I told him, I go, you can go stand over there. Like, you don't have to be. He was complaining that they were standing around everybody. Like, it's really tight. Like, what? And I was like, you can go over there. Like, and I go to my boss. I go, I'm not bringing them their food. I was like, I'm about to fucking slap the fuck out of that guy.
I remember, doing gigs like that where I got pissed off at a customer. I told someone else to help him. I was like, listen, I'm going to get into a bad argument here. I can tell I don't like this person. I get it. Club Cupid. They're on the lot. They're on the lot on Paramount right now. But yeah, it just.
But I'm for, dude, 2-month lockdown. Not even just a rent freeze, a spend freeze. You don't have to pay your phone bill, your cable, every company. We'll figure it out in 2 months.
Yeah.
We'll and if it has to be tax raises, like that's what an apocalyptic situation, like who cares what the current repercussions are?
Yeah.
Let's shut it down for 2 months. No one has to pay shit. And then we'll pick it up again when it's all down.
Yeah.
And it'll be bad. Whatever it does to the economy is going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, the next two.
The economic repercussions are inevitable.
Yeah.
So why are we worried about how bad it's going to be? It's going to be bad. Let's just fucking shut it down and we'll figure it out in 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. I don't think this country can do that. It is.
And I mean,
to not go to your job or not work or whatever, or
well, at
not
this
be able
point,
to go
we can
outside
do
and
it
spend money
from online.
Yeah.
And I mean, Italy shit. We're like,
Yeah.
you can only go 50 feet from your front door.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And there's people watching to
Yeah.
see, and you're going to get a ticket if you don't.
Yeah, but that is not, that is the state having too much power in people's eyes. But the problem is, this country has got a massive boom, and I just saw that guy Osterholm again, the epidemiologist I've mentioned before on the show, the guy I watched the most, and he was saying, I mean, the next 2 months are the true bottoming out. They think it's where there's going to be a couple, like 1 million cases are going to come. I mean, it's just.
There's
really
3,000 today.
It's really exploding. I mean, the deaths from a death point of view.
Cases.
Yeah, cases. I think it's well, I think it was 100,000 last week, one day or something. I mean, it's just I'm going on doing this delivery stuff, which is a bit risky, but I'm just trying to be smart about it. I don't know, what does that mean? What do I know? I just wear a mask and I wash my hands consistently.
If there's any way to end a show, it's wear a mask.
We're doing a public service announcement, and wear a mask. But I wonder what Trump is going to do. I think he's slowly realizing it's kind of closing in on him. But what's going to be his last defiant fuck you? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah. Anyway, you want to close it down here?
Yeah, we should close it down. Good show, though. Good times.
Thanks
Always a fun
thanks
time.
for listening, everybody.
Yes.
You can find us, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the fucking bell to be reminded whenever we do an episode. Follow Adam on social media, at Insecure Comic on Twitter, Adam Crocious on everything else. I am at Keith Paisel across the board. That is KEITHPAESEL. We'll see you next week, guys.
Yes. Good times.